friends, the Fan is still live and local with Fan Sports Saturday. The name might not be great, but what if we included Tyvis Powell, a 3-year starter for the Buckeyes, defensive MVP of a national title game, and the man who brought down Alabama.
Ball in the air toward the end zone, and that ball is going to be caught, and the Buckeyes get it. Coming out of the end zone with a football for Ohio State is Tyvis Powell. He goes racing up and is tackled at the 30-yard line, and the king of the SEC has fallen.
It's Fan Sports Saturday with national champion Tyvis Powell. Oh, and Eric Reiser.
How are you?
You tell me.
I need you to tell me. Considering the last 12 hours you've had. Eric Reiser, Tyvis Powell, Cam's here, Nate's here.
You know what?
Until 1 o'clock today.
And so the funny thing about yesterday's event that happened.
So that sounder that just played, I know is applause, but was it something that you could maybe say your toilet sounded like after last night?
You know what? I woke up this morning. I was fine through the day yesterday, and I woke up this morning and I did have to use the bathroom, but it was a normal one. It wasn't like
normal bowel movement.
Yeah, it was just a normal bowel movement. So I was happy that it was just a normal one.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Okay.
You know? I lost weight, you know.
Because of yesterday, which we'll discuss in a second.
All I'm saying
tell you exactly what happened and why I'm very concerned for your health.
All I'm going to tell you is yesterday morning I was 250. This morning I was 244.
So is the answer here to eat a 3-week-old chili dog from the work fridge? It's like the tapeworm diet to lose weight.
I wouldn't recommend it, you know, because I don't know how everybody's stomach will react to it, but you know,
we got to find out how Timmy's doing as well. At 1 o'clock,
Tim should be fine. He didn't swallow it.
Oh, so he spit it out.
Yeah.
All right. So for those unaware, yesterday, Tyvis was in with the common man. Who I'm wondering if I'm not Tyvis Powell, national champion defensive back at the Ohio State, former NFL player. I'm not filing workplace harassment charges or workplace harassment complaint against the common man, against Timmy Hall. Panama Ted's an accomplice. Fish is an accomplice. Paul Keels was here, and his lips were sealed on this because yesterday, and I didn't see this live. It appeared to me as I was prepping the show last night was that as you're in with the common man and Timmy Hall in his he's always around the building trying to find snacks, stumbled upon our workplace kitchenette that has vending machines, that has chips, beef jerky. There's sandwiches that are refrigerated that I wouldn't ever trust, even if they were put in the day prior to me browsing. Found chili dogs in the workplace fridge that you do have to pay for.
Yes, $4.75.
That's $5 too much. So he found 2 of them. 2 hot dogs.
Well, they was in a pack.
Okay, so he bought. So it was $4.75 for 2.
2 pack. Yeah, 2 in the pack.
So workplace chili dogs. Again, I think you can already tell where this is going. Did he heat them up in the microwave?
He did.
And so these included what? Chili packets with like ketchup packets that you would.
No, the chili was already on.
The chili was already on the dog.
The chili and the cheese was already on the dog.
How long was the chili and the cheese on the dog in the fridge?
I don't know.
3 weeks?
They said it's been up there for about 2 weeks. And then we got some later information that apparently the power went off and for 48 hours and you weren't supposed to eat anything out of there. So that's what they tell me.
But you did.
Well, tell
on yesterday's show, Man and Bone.
I was peer pressured.
You and Timmy took a bite of 3-week-old refrigerated, then reheated chili dogs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And you swallowed the bite. Timmy had to run and spit his out. And I will say that's the most disgustingly that's the most entertained I've been watching or listening to something on this station in years.
It tastes like dog food or something, man. I'm cool.
You're not going to finish it? One bite? That's it? Don't spit it out on the carpet.
I was watching it last night on YouTube, and you can find it as well at WBNS Radio. It's about halfway through Friday's program, and it was It was so disgusting.
I did it for Common Man.
But it was wildly entertaining.
I did this for Common Man because it was supposed to be Common Man and Timmy. Well, Common Man is on a new diet now, so it didn't fit in with his time of eating.
Okay. So, what's your diet, though? You're still intermittent fasting?
I am.
All right. And I guess it is within that window. But the things you're asking in a 24-hour span, what you're going to ask your body to do are two different things. So you asked your body, the 30-year-old body of Tyvis Powell,
it feels like it's 19, though,
absorb and digest a 3-week-old chili dog. And then doggies. Tomorrow, or tonight, I should say, you're going to be asking your body to perform at a decently high athletic rate. As I don't know if you've heard, but the Schmitz-Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game is tonight at Huntington Park. That's at 6:30 it starts. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Why picnic when you can Schmitnick? Current OSU players Emeka Egbuka will lead that squad against former OSU football players. Your son is going to be the captain there at Cardale Jones. How do you feel from a physical standpoint, knowing that your body is betraying you because of Father Time, but also that you have betrayed your body in forcing it to digest something like that?
Well, what I did this morning was I got up
had the bowel movement.
And I had the bowel movement.
Did you do 15 on the Peloton?
I did 20 on the Peloton.
20 on the Peloton.
Yeah, 20 today on the Peloton. So, I get in the body in shape. I'm going to drink some water, eat some healthy food, and then, go out there and perform.
So yesterday on Rothman and Ice, when the boys do their overs and unders, they had put the strikeouts for one Tyvis Powell at 1.5.
That's ridiculous.
Now, both Anthony Rothman and Clay Hall said you'll be under those strikeouts.
Yeah, thank you. That's
so
ridiculous.
They have faith in you.
That's ridiculous.
They also were asked total home runs in the softball game. That over-under set on 4.5.
Oh, it'd be more than that.
You think it'll be more than that?
Yeah, it'd be more than that.
Okay.
Last year was just a down year for a lot of it because everybody couldn't go through the cycle. They couldn't get through their rhythm. Everybody legit had about one at bat. So I think now that the teams are shortened, guys will get their rhythm and they'll see maybe 2-3 times at the plate. And I think out of those 2 or 3 times, everybody should be able to go over the fence. Cardale did a good job of getting some home run hitters, some guys that actually can hit really well. And I feel Emeka did the same thing. So 4.5, I'd smash the over on that one.
Do you like the odds for the former Ohio State football players?
I do.
Okay. You guys lost last year?
Yeah, we lost 4-1.
So redemption.
Yeah,
okay.
But, tonight it's going to be about grown man strength. We got kids, we got family, so that dad strength is going to come into play, and when it's time to hit, boom, they're going to take some frustration out, and boom, knock the ball out the park.
But it didn't last year.
No, it didn't.
But it will this year.
Because it was just fun last year.
Oh, okay.
It's just fun.
Now it's serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
You locked in this year. Right. You can't lose 2 in a row.
No, certainly not. And we'll have the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game on the Fan at 6 o'clock. After us at 1 o'clock, the 2017 Cotton Bowl between Ohio State and USC. Timmy Hall, hopefully, will be here to bring you that game if he's not feeling some type of way. Because good.
Oh, my God.
He should be fine. He didn't swallow it, so he should be fine.
But a busy day here for you on the Fan. A busy show for us. As you heard in the update, baseball resumed the regular season. You had the Guardians smack around the San Diego Padres yesterday. The Reds take a close loss to the Nationals in Washington. Tyvis, I don't know if I think you're a casual golf fan like me.
Yes.
And so
I'll watch it if it's on.
The British Open this week at Royal Troon in Scotland. I know people call it the Open, but I'm trying to help you, the casual golf fan, understand that it's in the United Kingdom. So it's the British Open. It will forever, for me, be the British Open because we just say the Open. The layperson's going to be like, the hell is that?
Yeah.
So British Open, 3rd round. Shane Lowry is still your leader there, again, as Cam said in the update. But he doesn't go until 10:45 this morning. And there was, talk Thursday and Friday about people waking up early on the weekend for this event. You don't have to now, because Lowry's got a 2-shot lead on Justin Rose and Daniel Brown. Thurston Lawrence is 7 under today. He's through 11. He's at 4 under, so he's making his way up the leaderboard. But it does feel like Billy Horschel, Dean Burmester, Scotty Scheffler, those guys are all going around the bottom of this hour. You really don't have to manage your sleep too much, because the U.S. Open, I think, is like the golf in general for me is the perfect background viewing.
Really?
You have it on, and then you do everything else in your day. You meal prep, you fold laundry, you work on other shows.
I can see that.
You do day trading, you tweet good things. You read articles.
But you don't actually.
You're a father, you take care of your kids.
But you're not actually locked into it.
And unless you hear something, so what was it? Siwoo Kim had an eagle on 17. That's a par 3. It helped him get to even on the day, but he's still +5 for the weekend. So if like something like that happens, you hear the roar of the crowd at Royal Troon, you're like, oh, what was that? And then because technology allows for it, you can rewind and see what happened. But that's for me, and I would imagine most lay golf people out there.
I think
unless Timmy Hall, who's got a British Open wardrobe every day this week, he had a different thing, it felt like.
But I feel like it's so hard to sit there and just lock into it like it's basketball or something. Like it's so laid back that I think that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go about and do other things, and then if something happens, you look at the screen and catch it. But I don't think it's something that from the time they tee off to the end of the event, you just locked in the whole time. Like, I don't think that's the case.
I wanted to play this for you real quick. Rory McIlroy had a really bad Thursday and Friday, and he finished, what would it have been? I mean, I knew it was over for him the third hole into Friday's final round.
Was it worse than Tiger?
It was not as bad as Woods. I'd have to do some mental math, but Rory finished one. Rory was just 3 shots back of Tiger. 3 shots better than Tiger Woods, I should say. And I think Woods was +14, so +11 for Rory, and obviously did not make the cut line at +6. Rory, I think, knew the same time I did that his weekend would not be spent at Royal Troon.
I think once I made the 8 on the 4th hole, like that was it. 22 holes into the event, and I'm thinking about where I'm going to go on vacation next week. So, that was basically it. I mean, I knew from then I'd sort of resigned myself to the fact that, I wasn't going to shoot whatever it was, 4 or 5 under from there on in to make the cut. So, it was a pretty meaningless 14 holes after that, but, at least I played okay.
I guess it's turning a frown upside down. But in recent memory, I don't think a golfer's had a worse run.
He's going through it right now.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. It's just not. His biggest high was missing them putts. What was that, the Open?
Yeah, it was U.S. Open.
Yeah.
All right, what I want to do is Tyvis Powell, you're going to go back to Ohio State, and you're going to get your degree. You're going to get a PhD in sports psychology. We're going to put Rory McIlroy on the couch. You're going to try to help him through this slump. It's next. It's Sports Saturday on the Fan.
Tweet from a listener. Are you carrying the Buckeye game today? Considering we've never not carried one, yes. The answer is yes. The Fan.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
Murphy Tractor and Equipment is your source for John Deere construction equipment rental. We rent high-quality equipment and attachments with add-on options in TopCon precision construction technology. Whether you need 1 week or 6 months, we rent a variety of equipment to help you get the job done. All our rental equipment is fully serviced, fueled, and ready to get to work. Let Murphy Tractor be your first choice for your construction equipment rental needs. Visit us online at murphytractor.com.
Driving plays a big part in driving the local economy. It helps us all get where we're going and creates good jobs close to home. At Synovus Energy, our refineries in Toledo and Lima are a reliable domestic source of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Plus, more than 2,300 employees and contractors work for us here in Ohio. See how we're helping local communities move forward at Synovus.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is your exclusive in-person advanced sale ticket outlet for the 2024 Ohio State Fair. Discount admission tickets are $8 at participating stores. Enjoy food, entertainment, animals, rides, and so much more at the Ohio State Fair, July 24th through August 4th. Get advance sale tickets now through Tuesday, July 23rd. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Does our waiter look familiar?
I think he was the Plum Insurance mascot.
If all insurance companies were like NJM and didn't use gimmicks, then their mascots would have to get real jobs.
That explains the long purple hair in my soup.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
At UDF, our made-from-scratch peach ice cream is back with a bonus. When you buy 3 48-ounce cartons, you can quickly stack an extra 20 cents a gallon in gas savings. UDF peach ice cream, made for you, while supplies last with an opted-in UDrive account.
Here at The Fan, we give you 14 hours of live and local programming every day. We care about you. We live and work in your community. Except Bo Bishop. He won't tell us where the hell he is. Your live and local station. Except Bo. The Fan.
We buy any car.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself can be, well, you know.
Okay, I'll give you half now. And just half.
What? Avoid the hassle. Come to We Buy Any Car instead. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Yeah, I can't do half. I could probably bump it up to like 50%. Just go. Okay.
Get your free online valuation now at
WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus, the home of the best blended whiskey in America. Support local and grab a bottle at your local liquor store right now. But they don't just make whiskey. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. High Bank teamed up with 614 to launch your new favorite go-to, 614 Vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. There's no taste like home with 614 Vodka. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Skies are clear and sunny right now. We'll see highs in the mid-80s. Columbus hitting 85. Low humidity is going to make today feel very, very nice. But before you head out, don't forget the sunscreen. Your UV forecast is going to be up to 8.5 today, which means you could start to burn in less than 20 minutes. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your 10 weather impact forecast on The Fan.
Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean we shut up. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
All right, so Tyvis Powell in the break. You did 100 crunches. You also got your bachelor's degree at Ohio State in psychology, and then your doctorate in clinical psychology. So you are now Dr. Tyvis Powell.
Love that.
And Rory McIlroy has just come in and he says, Doc, I need some assistance. How can I get out of this slump? I mean, it's been for any athlete in a singular sport, maybe any athlete maybe any athlete since Tiger. It's been rough personally for him, and it's been rough professionally for him. What would you say to help him start to dig out of this hole?
I would tell him that, one, he has to let go of his past, okay? He's had a ton of expectations since he had a great start. But since then, obviously, he's been through a lot of things in life that I think he's still holding on to. So you need to go somewhere on an island somewhere where you can just free your mind, away from golf, away from all the reality that's going on. Just free your mind. You know, maybe take some yoga classes while you're out there, maybe pick up meditation, but you need to truly release all of that stuff that you have inside of you. Then I tell him, next time you go, when you start your next event, pretend, I need you to really lock into this, pretend that this is the last event that you'll ever do. you're at right now. You're still at a good peak, but you want to walk away from the game on a high note. So when you go into this next event, just pretend that this is it for you. And then I want you to go out there and play like that. That's what I tell them.
So the Open Championship, the British Open, the final event of the PGA Tour calendar. And for him, for Tiger Woods, it's, go away for a little bit, relax, try to focus on anything else but golf. I do think the live drama didn't, that with personal issues. I know there was the divorce, and then he reconciled with his wife. I just think all of that prohibits you from being your best out on the course.
Yes.
And so hopefully you can see, because it's now been over a decade since his last major win.
My point.
So I'm hoping, and I'm hoping for Tiger as well, because that was brutal to watch him. I think it was Thursday. He had a birdie putt on 3, and then like 3 of the next 4 holes were bogeys. And it was like, that isn't it.
Yeah,
so
you got to hit the reset.
Golf is better when those two are healthy and in contention for things, and golf is better when Rory's not collapsing or not making it into the weekend.
Yeah, especially after just having a good performance. I mean, like I said, I know
he was tremendous through 3.5 rounds of the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And then
got to finish. Just got to finish.
Yeah, in 2017, Ohio State beat USC in the Cotton Bowl. Who were you with that season?
2017?
Yeah.
I was either at what point? Where are we at?
I guess so. The Cotton Bowl would have been in 2017, the 2016 season, so December.
So December of 2016, I was still with Seattle.
When you were, in the NFL, how much attention were you paying to Ohio State?
Every game.
Okay. So you were still locked in. I mean, because you still had relationships with all of those guys, or most of those guys on that team.
Yes.
And so what was that for you? Because you had, obviously preparing for an NFL game Sunday.
Yeah.
In your travels, were you having people update you from Columbus, or were you able to keep tabs and you checked in?
No, I checked
with the guys on the team.
Yeah, okay. I checked in. I always, first of all, I watched all the games because, in the NFL, Saturday nights is, you do your walkthroughs and then you meet at the hotel. If the Buckeyes are playing a noon game, usually when they're on, it's right around the time that we're doing walkthroughs. So I'll be able to catch it at the beginning of walkthroughs and then I'll finish the game afterwards. If they're playing late, if they're playing a night game, then that will be when we're having meetings at the hotel at that night. So before the meeting start, I'm probably watching it. But you have to remember, in Seattle, it's a 3-hour difference. So 8 o'clock here is 5 o'clock there, so I can watch a good chunk of that game before I even go to meetings.
So the game that you will hear coming up at 1 o'clock of Buckeye replay, again, that 2017 Cotton Bowl, 2017 season, in the final year for JT Barrett as captain and quarterback of your Ohio State Buckeyes. And Tyvis, I think it's fair to say that if you're a quarterback at Ohio State, you will never be fully appreciated unless you win it all. Like, you will never get the flowers that you deserve unless you win the national championship.
Yes, and then a little bit no, because I think a guy like Troy Smith, he didn't win the championship, but he won the Heisman.
Okay.
So, and he's thought of very highly around here. Justin Fields was thought of highly around here. And then C.J. Stroud had a great season, and he's thought highly, but obviously his knock is not even that he didn't win a championship. It's his record against the team.
Incredible that Stroud doesn't have a pair of gold pants. Stroud doesn't have a Big Ten championship. And I do think that the Stroud point's salient in that he has a chance here going into his sophomore season in the NFL. He's the NFL Rookie of the Year. If you're going to start an NFL franchise today, there's one quarterback you take over him in the National Football League.
Joe Burrow?
Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting a franchise today because Burrow, talented, but the health questions persist for me.
Yeah, he got to finish. He's got to have a healthy season this year to ease people's minds.
I agree.
If he has anything this year, it's going to be like, that's his MO. Stroud
has a chance to break the mold for Buckeye quarterbacks and appreciation for them post-playing career here in Columbus. But JT Barrett, again, captain of that 2017 squad, will be on with Timmy Hall if Timmy Hall's not dead sometime in the 1 o'clock hour as they bring you Buckeye Replay. And so we're going to be doing a Buckeye Replay, an older Ohio State game every single week until August 31st, because that's Ohio State and Akron. Mm-hmm. And the question of questions, one that will be asked to Ryan Day this week at Big Ten Media Day, is one that will be asked by us when Ohio State opens fall camp that we will be at that first weekend in August, the 1st, 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, is the quarterback position. And JT Barrett was asked if Will Howard is for sure the guy to lead this Ohio State football offense.
I'm not sure. We would like to assume that just off of experience and different things like that, but I don't even know how K-State ended up, turning out, how he plays. Didn't get to see too much of the spring game, but I don't know. Excitement for, who's taking snaps from the center.
And that's why I'd asked, and listening to that, that's why I'd asked you, as an NFL player, how much attention are you able to keep on Ohio State? Because Barrett is an assistant quarterbacks coach for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
And so, you kind of have a couple other things you've got to worry about in your day-to-day life where you're not able to keep tabs on an Ohio State quarterback battle that includes now
coaching,
2 at least.
Coaching and playing is totally different. Coaching, you're literally busy all day long. To where you really don't. The only way you'll catch a Ohio State game is if you working in the office and you got it on your TV and you so happen to glance up a couple of times. But you're so focused, especially at the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. Oh man, this all day long with them guys. So yeah, he's probably not seeing a lot, and I get what he's saying. Like, even if he did see it, he would not watch a K-State game, so he wouldn't know who Will Howard is or know his game or anything. Now, if he played for the Buckeyes, maybe he'd catch it occasionally, but he wasn't looking at Kansas State, and I don't fault him.
And that's the thing for fans, too. You haven't seen much of Will Howard play football. You can't really be faulted on that.
Right.
Kansas State football games aren't really at the highest pecking order.
Correct.
Even offerings of any of the networks aren't just going to put K-State on the air.
I mean, the only time I seen K-State play, didn't they play Alabama in their last game?
I don't think so.
That wasn't Bryce Young's last game.
Oh, that would have been years ago, man. I'm going to bring it a little closer when they beat TCU in the Big 12 championship, and then TCU still went to the playoff. And they got waxed in the title tilt by Georgia. So that was the last time my eyeballs were on a Kansas State football product, but only because I was interested to see if TCU would be able to actually complete the perfect season and then make their way into the college football playoff. They didn't, but they still made the thing.
They play in the Sugar Bowl.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
JT
it wasn't good.
Also asked about you.
What about me?
What about Tyvis Powell?
I don't know if you know, but Tyvis really can't catch well. That's just getting that out the way. 2, I know where Tyvis is at. A lot of times he's around the box, so he think he is baiting me into some words. Tyvis, I see you, brother. I don't do that. So he think he's more deceptive than he is. That's what his problem was.
He's talking about you as a defensive back in practice?
He's such a hater. First of all, let me tell you something. When he's lying, first of all. My hands are totally fine. Now, did I drop a couple picks of my career? Absolutely.
You had a couple that were pretty important for Ohio State historically.
But in practice, all right, so let me give you the clear answer of what happened. What he's talking about is the offense ran this concept where they ran a drag and then they ran a dig behind the drag. And the way we play defense, so if it's a 2-by-2 formation, number 1 would run the drag, and then number 2 would push up towards me, and then he run the dig. So when they first ran it, they got me on it. And then I figured out the concept. I started to pay attention to what the offense looked like, and once I seen 1 cross my face, I knew that number 2 was going to do that. And I could do that because I knew the corner I'd have outside help from the corner because he has no responsibility. So he was to stay outside. So I would start jumping the dig route. And when I did it the first time, I picked it off. So JT then realized that I knew that concept, and he never threw it anymore until a kid by the name of Joe Burrow jumped in there and he threw that same route. And guess what? Picked it smoothed off. So it wasn't that I was being deceptive or anything. It's about being smart and understanding what your opponent is trying to accomplish. Student of the game.
All these years later, and you guys are still going back and forth.
Student of the game.
Again, JT Barrett going to be joining Timmy Hall if he's not dead. I mean, Timmy Hall. JT Barrett very much alive, but they'll have Buckeye replay of the 2017 Cotton Bowl coming your way at 1 o'clock. It's the biggest Big Ten media days of all time, and it's coming your way this upcoming week. We'll do a little bit of a preview for you next at Sports Saturday on The Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
Next. The last thing you want to do is take another trip to the doctor's office.
And sign here and here and here.
Save yourself the hassle by visiting VeriHeal.com to talk to a state-licensed medical provider about medical cannabis. You'll see if you pre-qualify in just a few minutes. Simple as that. That'll make your day go from this to this. Visit VeriHeal.com. VeriHeal. VeriHeal.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you love custom and classic cars and trucks as much as I do, then you're going to want to be at Cars and Coffee at Valley Ford of Columbus today. Yeah, today. It's the day to drive in your vehicle and show it off. There's no fee, so tell your friends to come too and bring their cars. Come on out and see all the great cars and trucks today from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., including some iconic Ford Broncos. You know, I love my Mustang, but I respect all the animals at Valley Ford, so I like Broncos too. There'll be food and fun for you and the whole family too. Valley Ford of Columbus, Cars and Coffee today.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items.
Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Oh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
We're in a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Help me get the MLS All-Star Game party started at Rally House in Reynoldsburg for a special event this Sunday. I'll be there 10 to noon. Meet former crew player Alejandro Moreno for a picture and autograph from 1 to 2. Even get a special MLS house-branded rally towel as a gift with purchase for the first 150 customers starting right at high noon. It's all this Sunday. Rally House is much more than just another sports store. Located in the shops at East Broad in Reynoldsburg, show your colors at Rally House. See you Sunday.
Dreaming of a wedding band as unique as your love story? Join us at Diamond Cellar's Wedding Weekend, July 26th and 27th. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We've been helping you craft your love stories for over 77 years. And for one weekend only, we're offering 20% off custom designed wedding bands. We guarantee the best price and unparalleled quality. Let our expert jewelers bring your vision to life with a custom creation. The possibilities are endless. Come see us July 26th and 27th at Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Visit Hollywood Casino Columbus this summer for exciting live sports action. We got the biggest screens around, and ESPN Bet is live in Ohio.
Plus, Penn Play Rewards members can win up to $500 Penn Cash every week. Visit PennPlaySports.com/cover5 today and register for your chance to play and win.
Not a member? Get the Penn Play app today.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is your live sports headquarters.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Billiards Plus has everything for the master griller in your house. Come to their showroom, open the lid, and feel the difference in their grills. Professional top quality equipment at great prices with a huge selection ready to go home with you. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Instead of annoying national people talking to you this weekend, we've opted for annoying local people. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
The argument I'll make to that, the annoying local people, is because of how damn busy this week's about to be.
It's a very big week.
Not only do you have, for the Browns and the Bengals, rookies reporting Monday for camp, veterans reporting Tuesday, camp starting on a Wednesday. You've got Big Ten Media Days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Indianapolis. And the MLS All-Star Game is next Wednesday in Columbus.
It is.
So welcome, everyone from the Major League Soccer community. Maybe Lionel Messi. You're not playing in the event. I don't know if you saw his ankle last Sunday, but that was a balloon.
He's the big draw.
Well,
he can't come out there and just do like the skills competition.
I can't imagine he can do much of anything.
Is that bad?
Without crutches. Yeah. There was it was ligament damage to that right ankle.
How did he do that? Slide tackle?
So, no, he just hit the turf really hard last week in Miami. Did you see any of that from the Copa America final?
I have not.
So it was Argentina and Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. And a couple hours before the game, this was at Hard Rock Stadium where the Dolphins and the Miami University Hurricanes play. The University of Miami, I should say. And
do you play at the Hard Rock?
Yeah, they don't have their own stadium. It was the Orange Bowl, but I don't know what actually happened to the Orange Bowl.
I had no idea.
But to my point was they were supposed to start at 7, and they ended up pushing it to 9:15 because a couple hours before the actual match was supposed to start, fans rushed the stadium. And fans were just all over security. There are even videos out there.
Because of Messi.
Because of, I just think international football fans are built different. There's a fantastic documentary on Netflix. The names escape me of it, but it was like the 2022 Euro Cup final at Wembley. And a similar thing happened there, where security just wasn't prepared for the influx of fans that decided, you know what? Yeah, I don't have a ticket, but this digital ticketing system, whatever, I'm not going to listen to it. And they just rushed security. They rushed the turnstiles. They rushed the gates. And they made it a complete nightmare for them. And there was even videos of, I think it was fans getting into the ventilation shafts to try to get a seat into the stadium.
That's ridiculous.
I agree. But that's the fervor of internet. I mean, fan is short for fanatic.
You can watch it on TV. You'll be all right.
Sure, but you can't be that close to Lionel Messi.
Oh, man.
Of course, I think he's the draw. But then you got Cucho Hernandez for your Columbus crew. He's going to be starting for MLS All-Stars. Again, the best of Liga MX are going to be playing the MLS All-Stars. That's Wednesday night. So that's why you're probably not going to see Messi at all this week, because his ankle just cannot support anything right now.
Well, they might rush the field, so they probably...
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if that same international flair is going to take place in Columbus. Now, maybe in 2 years for the World Cup, you might see something similar.
People are crazy about...
I agree.
So
they are the soccer, football hooligans are the craziest fans on the planet. I agree.
I agree with you.
So... I think the rival we have in terms of that guy, those fans are crazy. Maybe SEC, Alabama, Ohio State. It's a college fan base, or maybe it's a Dallas Cowboy fan, but they're nobody close to international soccer fans. So hopefully they can get that right before the United States hosts the 2026 World Cup. But to the point with Big Ten Media Days, there are going to be 4 newcomers into the conference on August 2nd, but you're going to have Oregon, UCLA, Washington, and USC represented next week. And I really do wonder, one, how this is going to look, but how each team's going to carry themselves. I don't know. I never thought we'd kind of get to this point where the Big Ten's the national conference. We're coast to coast, baby.
Does that bother you?
It's weird. I don't think it doesn't bother me.
Why?
It's just weird.
Why is that weird?
I always just thought of the Big Ten as the Midwest Conference.
See, I never thought about that.
Okay.
I never looked at it that way. It doesn't matter to me. Because it's the Big Ten. SEC.
Well, it's going to have 18 teams.
No, what I'm saying, okay, yeah, that's messed up.
I haven't been the Big Ten since the late 90s.
It doesn't say a region, the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, or the Pacific What is it? The Pac-12?
Pac-12, Pacific Coast.
Yeah, whatever. It's like that makes sense why that is where it's at. But like the Big Ten doesn't matter where your school is.
It does not anymore.
Nah, they should have cut. They should have.
What
kept
about the Atlantic Coast Conference?
The ACC.
Stanford, to my understanding, is not on the Atlantic Coast.
Okay, see that's weird when you do stuff like that. But
welcome to college football in 2024,
They
my
should
friend.
change the name of their conference if they're gonna go coast to coast. But I guess, well, yeah, the ACC. But they might disintegrate anyway. So.
There's a chance.
So yeah,
there's a chance in 5 years we're redoing everything. Where the only conference that's going to remain in its current state is the SEC. Everybody else gets a little bit more regionalized if this thing does go private.
Well, yeah.
But
they'll redo the conferences. The SEC and Big Ten a team up, and they'll take the top 20 teams of college football and say this is just our
serious football schools.
This is just a football thing, but all basketball, baseball, and volleyball will continue to still play within a conference. But when it comes to football only, we're going to take the top 20 team, top 25. There we go, top 25 teams. Boom, and this is it.
The second most influential man in college athletics, Tony Petitti, will kick things off 11 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. Ryan Day is going to be the Tuesday wrap-up speaker, 12:45. So they'll bookend some coaches of Ryan Walters at Purdue, David Braun at Northwestern, Greg Schiano, Brett Bielema don't interest me too much. I am interested for Luke Fickell in what would be year 2 at Wisconsin.
You're not interested.
He's one of the speakers Tuesday.
You don't want to hear Greg Schiano?
I don't. Greg Schiano on Tuesday is going to sound like the same Greg Schiano that was at Rutgers in 06.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same exact thing.
You're right.
You just keep shopping.
But it's going to be.
We're excited about the team that we have. We're excited about the players returning. We're excited about our new players.
It's going to be motivating, though.
If you've not heard it before, but if you've heard it before, it's going to be the same thing. And
everybody
not
likes
motivating.
A good underdog story.
Well, Rutgers is sure one of them. Same with Northwestern. Same with Purdue. I think Wisconsin, there's, I don't know what you want to call it, excitement in what could be at Camp Randall this year.
That's because he's trying to change a whole philosophy, and we're waiting to see. We all are Coach Fick fans, so we want to see him succeed there. But I just think it's going to take a while because you're really changing a whole offensive style.
Do you think he can do it at Wisconsin?
He better.
Well, that's not what I asked.
Can he do it at Wisconsin? He did it at Cincinnati. Why couldn't he?
Okay.
He got better talent.
I don't know. I think there's several programs that I just don't know if can be changed the dramatic way that Luke Fickell's trying to do it. But he did have the success at Cincinnati. So, again, we are all pulling for him as fans of the Fick. Tyvis, did you ignore your family and work responsibilities for EA Sports College Football 25 this week? Don't answer. Do it next. It's Sports Saturday on The Fan.
A lot has changed in 30 years, but we're still that old shoe that feels worn in and well-loved. And, well, we smell a little, but you've accepted that. The Fan.
Soak up the savings this summer from Family Dollar. It's never been easier. Just download the Family Dollar app, sign up for smart coupons, and see how you can save more than ever before. Enjoy smoking hot deals on cookout classics or get ready for outdoor fun with SPF for the whole family. Plus pool toys, decor, and so much more. Check out the app today and get ready to save with the Family Dollar Summer Savings Event. New offers drop every week. Family Dollar, helping you do more.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and our summer clearance event starts now with 0% financing on the 2024 Toyota Tundra. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for details. Hurry in. Offer ends July 31st. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
With approved credit, 0% up to 48 months, tax, title, and $250 doc fee not included.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your foundation and damaging your home. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com. Excuse me, waiter. There's a hair in my soup. A long purple hair.
I'm so sorry. I'll get the manager.
I'm the manager. How can I help?
Wait, weren't you the Plum Insurance mascot?
What gave it away? My long purple fur?
Something like that.
What if all insurance companies were like NJM and were known for putting their policyholders first, not gimmicks? Then all those insurance mascots would have to get real jobs.
I'll pass on dessert.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
One of the most important Buckeye football seasons ever is coming. The Fan is your home for all the news and interviews you need as fall camp approaches. Join us. We're a friendly bunch of degenerates. Your Buckeye station, The Fan.
Let's get something straight. I'm not here to convince you to use cannabis or to try cannabis. I'm here to tell you that since medical cannabis is legal in this state, Barrett can help you get your medical cannabis card with no hassle if you qualify. Just go to VeraHeal.com, meet with a state-licensed medical doctor online, and, if approved, get your card. There's no fee if you don't qualify, so check it out today. VeraHeal. VeraHeal.com.
Driving this summer in a new Honda. Act now during Honda's summer event to save thousands with low 1.9% financing. Full inventory is here. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, and hybrids. With hybrids, the battery charges as you drive. Don't miss Honda's summer event with big savings on gas or hybrid, like the 2024 Honda Ridgeline, now with low 1.9% financing. Search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details. For well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 9/3/24.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
I've been doing this for almost 35 years. I learned everything from my grandfather. We still do everything old school. We do things the way I was taught to do them. We take care of our employees, we take care of their families, we take care of our clients. That's part of running a good business. We will always do business the right way, which I feel is the only way.
Visit Rosati Windows and save 35% on all windows.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Sports talk, weekend style. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
All right, so I think yesterday was the first official day, or the official release date for EA Sports College Football 2025. But they had the pre-order or the pre-bundle that you could get in the queue a couple months.
Nate is hilarious.
And then it came, and then I think it was released Monday, and according to Football Scoop, 2.2 million of you played several hours of it between Monday and Thursday. Were you one of those?
I did play Monday.
What do you think?
I mean, it was great. The game is fine. It does. Does play a little. No, because I just
what
feel
a
like
review.
People are mad at me because I said it plays like Madden to me. It gives me Madden vibes, and it does. I think that the defense on that game is a little not great. They need to do something about that. I do think that.
Can you elaborate at all what you mean there?
I just feel like the tackling's not great. I feel like that the way the computer plays defense, like, so you have to use everything, which I'm a user person anyways. Mm-hmm. I like to use interceptions and things like that. But I just feel like if you depend on the computer to do something, they take advantage of that. So they got to fix that, in my personal opinion. But to me, the game's fine. If you're just a a casual fan and you want to play college football, it's fine. Like I'm 2-0 online.
Nice job. Who do you play with, I should say?
Really?
Yeah.
I play as the Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
Buckeyes. I am too. I went up against the Aggies, beat them, blew them out. And then yesterday I got a chance to play a game, and I played Alabama, and I beat them by 10 points.
So you're playing online against other users?
Yes.
So when you crush these 12-year-olds, do you trash talk at all?
No, I don't want to go into the game chat and talk to them because I don't. First of all, if it's a kid, then I'm going to be like, you really don't stand a chance. And
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I just do it because
I got to learn sometime.
I like to see how much, since I've played football at the highest level, I like to see if it translates to my knowledge of the game. And it was funny because I got into a situation yesterday when I played Alabama. I was up by 7, and he ends up turning the ball over, and it was under 2 minutes. So I said, oh, that's game. That's ball game. But then I realized he had 3 timeouts. So I'm like, he could stop the clock. So then I went into like this clock management situation.
Coach Tyvis.
It was hilarious. Like I did all the smart things. You can tell that if I was a head coach, we wouldn't make a dumb mistake.
Full disclosure, I don't have a game system, so I will not be playing unless I go to a friend's place with it. But I remember growing up, I had 04, 05, 06, and those games really made me the college football fan that I am today. Mm-hmm. And I was never Ohio State. I was Pittsburgh. I was Stanford. I was Miami. I think I played as Texas. Like I played as so many different regional programs, and it helped me gain a real understanding of places, cities, fan bases, teams, legendary teams, numbers of star players, because you couldn't get the names back then. But what I would do is I would go to the rosters, the current rosters, and I would just create a player. Mm-hmm. I think earlier than that, you could actually send like your PlayStation memory card to a company. They would load all the rosters for you, and then you would just plug it in and it would download.
Oh, that's nice.
So there was a lot of time spent on, and at times Ohio State's roster, but I really got a great understanding of it all and the game of football itself. Mm-hmm. Because
it's
when
you
play,
teacher, yeah.
Growing up with an N64, you play NFL Blitz, you're just da-bomb and you're blitzing. And you don't learn anything about football when your body's slamming a guy at the end of a play. Now you're learning a little bit about some of the NFL teams, but it was really what was NCAA football at the time. My kind of introduction to college football. Mm-hmm. And that, besides just watching it on Saturdays, it was a Monday through Sunday thing where I'm plugging in and I'm playing a couple games. I'm either winning a national championship with Pittsburgh or I'm recruiting the best quarterback for Miami.
Yeah.
Like that's what really gave me the kind of knowledge and maybe that fan I am today. And it is cool to see the discussions online and having these discussions with you and with Bo, who's got kids, that everybody's kind of like reintroducing themselves to what is, I think, a great way to learn about the sport.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've done a great job of giving you an inside look of how it can be. I think it's Bo's kid who's playing at Bowling Green or something, right?
I can't keep it. I can't keep track of it because they've all transferred so many times. Like one of his kids at a 1.0 GPA because he didn't go to class, and then he just transferred out of that school. And then one of his other kids decided he was going to be like a 3-star quarterback and work his way up, like Kennesaw State. But you learn a lot through doing nonsense like that, and this provides you that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you real insight of how you would want your path to be. Obviously, everybody wants to be the 5-star kid and go to the big program, but you see how hard that is, or maybe how unrealistic that is. And then you got guys that really want to work their way up to, one day transfer, like a Will Howard, become a graduate assistant and transfer to Ohio State and get one season. You get one season on the big stage to make something to hopefully help you get to the NFL. So I think this game does provide a lot of insight. Now, I will tell you, I don't have the time to do those things anymore due to the fact that I have so many jobs and kids.
Father of 2.
Yeah, the kids won't let me play it. So I haven't been able to really play it that much.
On the field, Ohio State's a big favorite to win the conference. Bill Conley of ESPN has the Buckeyes a 30.9% to win the Big Ten. Oregon's chance is 26.1%. Bill Conley, and again, ESPN loves doing these kinds of things with every sport a percentage to win this, a percentage to do that, a percentage to go here. But Bill Connelly goes on to say that 4 playoff contenders are in the Big Ten Conference: Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, and Penn State. Last 2, Tyvis, I feel like are a stretch.
Contenders? Like championship?
I don't see. I don't see the Big Ten putting 4 teams in the college football playoff.
No, it would be 3 at most.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Of the Michigan, Penn State, would you add any? Let's tier it. We love doing that on Sports Talk Radio. Ohio State, Oregon, I'm going to say in.
Yes.
Michigan, Penn State in the wanting to be in tier.
Mm-hmm.
Would you add any schools into that we would like to be invited to your party tier?
Iowa.
Okay.
Because if you look at their schedule, they don't really have a lot of tough
They got
games.
an interesting spot with Ohio State.
They got one. I think that's the toughest game.
Because October 5th, I think the Hawkeyes are going to be in Columbus. And the Buckeyes.
Right before the Oregon game?
Right before the Oregon game. So Ohio State goes to Eugene for that October 12th matchup.
Mm-hmm. So they could get overlooked and they could pull an upset. But when you look at the rest of Iowa's schedule, I don't think they play a lot of tough teams from the Big Ten. I think their schedule is pretty winnable.
Manageable.
If they
go 10-2.
They get. I think at best they can go 10-2. At worst they can go 9-3.
9-3 in the Big Ten likely won't get you in the college football playoff.
Correct.
10-2 might get you an at-large bid.
That's what I'm saying.
So
especially if that defense is number one, and if the offense actually puts up more than 20 points a game.
You need to score 20 points if you're keeping your opponent under 10.
Exactly.
You get a touchdown and a field goal, and you are advancing with a W.
I wouldn't put them in the tier with the Wolverines and Penn State. I'd put them in the one under that.
It's incredible that you didn't mention Washington or USC.
They're not going.
You don't think?
No, because it's year one in the Big Ten. It's a different game. Last year, I think that they were so prestigious as programs because they had good quarterbacks. The Pac-12 quarterback play last year was probably the best in any conference. So now that they don't have that, they're rebuilding and refreshing the quarterback position. I think it's going to take a while. Then as with USC, they got a new defensive coordinator that's going to bring a new scheme, man. I don't even know if they got the guys on the roster right now to fit whatever that scheme may be because of the last couple of years. They've been terrible on defense, but their saving grace has been Caleb Williams. Now that he's gone, I'm not expecting that same thing.
So to the point about the Huskies, Kalen DeBoer goes to Alabama. Jed Fish comes in from Arizona. For DeBoer, tough task.
Yes.
Replacing the legend, probably the greatest coach of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alabama might have just made his first year even tougher, if you can believe that. I'll explain next at Sports Saturday on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone are idiots. You should listen to them anyway.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan, Ohio's idiot destination.
Keep your home comfortable with a new Hunter ceiling fan from Menards. We carry the largest selection of in-stock Hunter ceiling fans available in a variety of designs, finishes, and features. Create the perfect look for any room with a Hunter ceiling fan. Save big on Hunter ceiling fans at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
At AAA, it's our policy to look on the plus side, and AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin. Last Monday, his coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. It was just the jolt of energy he needed. Later, when he walked into a door, he was happy to provide entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And when his car battery took early retirement, he knew expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA.
Become a AAA Plus member and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
You know what's better than an Ohio Lottery scratch-off ticket? A winning Ohio Lottery scratch-off ticket. And now with the new $1,000 tax-free scratch-off, you've never had a better chance to win $1,000. Seriously, this $20 game has 18,000 $1,000 winners. That's a lot of winners. And that's $1,000 after taxes. So, what are you waiting for? The $1,000 tax-free scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. Your best chance ever at winning $1,000. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Billiards Plus has everything for the master griller in your house. Come to their showroom, open the lid, and feel the difference in their grills. Professional top quality equipment at great prices with a huge selection ready to go home with you. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin. We know your golf game is ugly, but your course doesn't have to be. Experience the natural beauty of Delaware Golf Club today. Delaware Golf Club is now open to the public and only 10 miles up the road from 270. For the best rates, book your tee time online at DelawareGolfClub.com.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Cam Taylor. The MLB returned to action yesterday after the summer All-Star break. The Cincinnati Reds lost to the Washington Nationals 8-5. The Reds play the Nationals today at 6:45, and Nick Lodolo will be on the mound. Cincinnati is currently fourth in the NL Central and 3 games back of the final NL wildcard spot. The Cleveland Guardians beat the San Diego Padres 7-0 last night. The two teams will play again today at 7:10, and Gavin Williams will get the start for the Guards. Cleveland is currently in first place in the AL Central and are 2.5 games back of the Philadelphia Phillies for the best record in the MLB. And the third round of the Open Championship is currently underway with Shane Lowry, your leader, at 7 under par. Daniel Brown is 2 shots back in second at 5 under, and Justin Rose just teed off a few minutes ago and bogeyed the first hole to move back to 4 under. Breaking sports news when it happens, 97.1 The Fan.
During weekend programming, pants are optional.
Look at my butt!
However, leather chairs may have been a bad choice. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I usually am. Nick Saban's not dead, is he?
Correct.
Okay. I get he's the greatest football coach of all time. I get that he's deserving of statues and of naming of everything you could possibly give Nick Saban to honor his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I am absolutely for.
Okay.
But do you have to do it the right after he retires and year one of the new guy?
He's great. He's arguably the greatest coach of all time.
I'm not even arguing that. I'm saying, but do you have to do what Alabama did yesterday, 3 weeks out from fall camp for the next guy up? It's already, I would say, an impossible task for Kalen DeBoer to try to replicate the success that Nick Saban had while at Alabama, because Saban took that program from dead. College football doormat was Alabama before Nick Saban, and the Tuscaloosa brought it back to the relevancy that Alabama fans had wanted and to prominence every single year.
Let me ask you, how do you feel about Gene Smith going into the OSU Hall of Fame?
I'm okay with that. Because it doesn't put any pressure on Ross Bjork.
Why doesn't it?
Because there's a different those are apples to avocados, Tyvis.
No,
it's not the same comparison.
They're both being
because
honored.
Ross Bjork's not going to be judged by his first year. Kalen DeBoer is. Kalen DeBoer is going to be judged immediately on his results on the field. Ross Bjork's not. Ross Bjork's got a grace period. And they're not judged in the same way because Kalen DeBoer is going to have wins versus losses. How did you do? Ross Bjork doesn't have that same exact grading scale.
Well, yeah.
Russ Brooker doesn't have a scale.
Exactly.
Okay.
But still, that's still a guy that's being honored year one of somebody else.
They already have a statue of Nick Saban outside of Bryant-Denny Stadium.
I think everybody's come to the conclusion that he's not going to be Nick Saban.
Right.
So
don't make it any harder than it needs to be.
Hey, first of all, if Kalen DeBoer is worried about that, he's got bigger
I'm not
fish
saying
to fry.
Kalen DeBoer is worried about it because I don't know.
He better
but as
not
a
be.
human being, Tyvis, Nick Saban has the statue of himself outside of Bryant-Denny Stadium. He's got an office in the football facilities. And yesterday, Alabama said that all home games for the Crimson Tide will be played on Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Must be nice. You think they'd ever name the field Tyvis Powell Field?
If you had a couple $1 million to give the university every single year, yes, I think they would in a heartbeat. Because that's coming, kids.
I need to hit the lotto. I just want it for 1 year.
At a place like Alabama, they're going to honor Nick Saban with that. And so they're not going to sell the naming rights to the field. But I could see in a couple of years, Saban Fields at Chick-fil-A Stadium.
Chick-fil-A.
You got to make that money somehow. But I just thought it yesterday a little too soon.
I don't think it's
to do the field naming rights with everything else that is going to be in front of Kalen DeBoer year one at Alabama.
I don't think that doesn't play a part in the Kalen DeBoer.
I think you're fooling yourself.
I don't think it does because he shouldn't be worried about Nick Saban. First of all,
how could you not?
How could you be?
You can't get out from under that shadow. It's always going to be looming, Tyvis.
The only way you're going to do that is you got to win some national championships.
You got to win several.
Yeah. So
I just thought they did him such a disservice yesterday.
This is what he should do.
Trying to gush over Nick. Alabama didn't need to do what they did yesterday because this entire week as Nick Saban, now media members in Dallas for SEC Media Days, were all fawning over him then.
I need to see what was Nick Saban's record at Alabama.
Really good. A lot to a little from wins to losses.
His first year.
Might have been 7 wins his first year. It was not
7-6.
Wasn't not a great start.
He needs to be better than 7-6.
No, he does not.
Yes,
he needs to be. Oh, he needs to be much better.
Yeah.
Yes, he needs to be 10-2.
He better
11-1.
Yeah, he better be.
Okay, that's ridiculous pressure for the first year in Alabama.
You can't get 10 wins. 10
in the SEC.
You can't get. Let me look at their schedule.
Look at their record. We can do the Alabama schedule game if you'd like. All I'm saying is that you didn't need to do that then. You just, I think you want to make it.
Here we go.
If you're Alabama.
Western Kentucky, that's a win. South Florida, that's a win. Wisconsin, that's a challenge.
They're going to Madison for that game.
That's a challenge. But, both coaches, I'm going to give it to Alabama. They should have the better talent. Georgia, that's a loss. Vanderbilt, that's a win. South Carolina, that's a win. Tennessee at Tennessee. That could get hairy. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Tennessee, so I'm going to give it to Alabama.
What if he goes and loses in Madison to Wisconsin?
Then they'll say he's a first-year coach.
I hope. Because they should.
He's a first-year coach.
It struck me as very, very premature to do that yesterday with the field naming rights.
Propel the Wisconsin.
It would move Wisconsin into a top 15 team. I would agree with you there.
They'd be on cloud 9 if they win that.
That would probably be their national championship.
Yes.
That would be like Virginia Tech beating Ohio State. Can't get any better than that.
Every national media would have them. Oh, this Wisconsin team is the best. They're second or third best of the Big Ten. They're right up there with Ohio State.
So you mentioned Vanderbilt. You mentioned South Carolina. The SEC media were polled, about 200 of them, this week in Dallas. And the conference champion of the 213 media members polled, 165 say Georgia is going to win the SEC championship.
How many?
165.
Out of what?
213.
Okay.
That's plausible.
It should have been more.
27 have Texas.
Okay, that's respectable.
12 say Alabama. 4 say Ole Miss. 2 say Vanderbilt.
Stop it.
2 say LSU.
Stop it.
Now, if you're good at math, you're saying that's 212. What about the 213th vote? That went to South Carolina.
Are these alumni?
I don't know. This from Heath. This is an important message from Heath Klein. The SEC media poll is a very limited reflection of what the media thinks. Only 213 of the over 1,000 actually voted. adding, it's how you end up with more votes for Vandy, South Carolina to win the SEC than Oklahoma, Tennessee. Because, yes, I did not mention the Sooners, who were picked to finish 8th in the conference, first year in the SEC.
I figured it'd be less than that. Listen, if Vanderbilt wins the SEC, I'm just telling you right now, it's a new day in college football. Vanderbilt? Oh, man, that would be – they don't even have to win it all. They don't even have to win the national championship. They win the SEC, that is, I will personally
Vanderbilt,
get them all
Vanderbilt wins the SEC. They're the number 1 seed.
And they probably lose in the first round. But that's not the point. The point
they
is
get a bye.
The second
They lose
round.
the second round.
Vanderbilt will –
Vanderbilt's not winning
They
the
would
SEC.
never win the SEC.
They got Tennessee, LSU, Texas, Alabama on the schedule. They open against Virginia Tech. Like this. And
who got a better chance of winning their conference, Vanderbilt or Northwestern?
Northwestern.
You think so?
Yeah. I think if you can upset Ohio State at Wrigley Field, you can move yourself into a shot for the Big Ten championship. I just don't see it for Vandy. Sorry for the Commodores.
I wonder when the last time they had an
out there, but my eyes went wide when I saw two actual human beings said, you know what?
I want to know.
I think Vanderbilt could win the SEC.
Vanderbilt had an upset win.
But it also goes to, I think, the fan bases are just different in the SEC, and that Mississippi State fan likely thinks that if a couple things go their way, Bulldogs can win the conference. If a couple things go Kentucky's way, Wildcats can win the conference. I don't know if Northwestern or Purdue or Indiana fan is saying that to themselves. A couple things go right, Hoosiers got the conference.
They beat South Carolina, who was the number 6 seed in 2007.
You're looking at Vanderbilt?
Yeah, I wanted to see when the last time they had an upset win.
Was that in Nashville? I'm assuming if you have it on your phone.
It says at South Carolina.
Okay. Wow. And I think you're going to see something similar this week when Big Ten media are polled. Like, there's going to be somebody out there that really likes the job Luke Fickell's done at Wisconsin and picks the Badgers to win the Big Ten. Because it isn't going to be like who's going to win the West, who's going to win the East, just who's going to win the conference.
Nobody's picking Wisconsin.
You don't think?
No.
I think there'll be one.
No.
I think one or two.
No.
Right.
You're
when we reconvene next week, we'll discuss. Actually, you and I are on Wednesday.
We are.
Bishop and Friends.
Yes.
Is the two best friends that anybody can have on the radio. You and me.
Yeah.
So we'll have that discussion maybe if the poll's out.
They're not. They're going to have. I'm going to tell you how the poll going to look.
Ooh.
Ohio State. Oregon.
So let's give it 100 votes. How many are those? 100 people vote. Preseason Big Ten media poll. It'll probably be more than that.
It'll say
out of 100, how many are voting the Buckeyes?
I'd say 55.
Okay.
Then I'd say the next one will be Oregon. They'll have like 30. And then it'll be...
You got 15% to play with.
Penn State and the Wolverines. Wolverines will get like 7. And then Penn State... No, Wolverines get like 8, and Penn State will get 7.
I also do... I agree with you, but I think there's going to be one team that you go, huh? Who picked them?
No.
It always happens.
They're trolling.
Okay, well, that's valid because this is just a preseason media poll. So it means nothing other than for us to have some giggles over it.
They'll say Nebraska. That'll be the one that'll get one.
Speaking of trolling, is Kevin Stefanski doing that to us? We'll discuss next. It's Sports Saturday on The Fan.
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you love custom and classic cars and trucks as much as I do, then you're going to want to be at Cars and Coffee at Valley Ford of Columbus today. Yeah, today. It's the day to drive in your vehicle and show it off. There's no fee, so tell your friends to come too and bring their cars. Come on out and see all the great cars and trucks today from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., including some iconic Ford Broncos. You know, I love my Mustang, but I respect all the animals at Valley Ford, so I like Broncos too. There'll be food and fun for you and the whole family too. Valley Ford of Columbus, Cars and Coffee today.
When we first started the business, there was me and one other gentleman. And in the evening, we would build the windows. My installers used to tease us because when they come pick them up in the morning, they were still warm. My employees respect me because they know that what they're doing now I did the exact same thing. People need to see that the boss works for a living. That's part of running a good business.
Visit Rosati Windows and save 35% on all windows.
Next.
The last thing you want to do is take another trip to the doctor's office.
And sign here and here and here.
Save yourself the hassle by visiting VeriHeal.com to talk to a state-licensed medical provider about medical cannabis. You'll see if you pre-qualify in just a few minutes. Simple as that. That'll make your day go from this to this. Visit VeriHeal.com. VeriHeal. VeriHeal.com.
If you're listening to this and you're not already keeping it easy in your backyard with Bud Light, well, consider this message a gentle reminder. Your backyard is waiting, and so is that Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes Monster Energy and Red Bull and Gatorade and Body Armor. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Sunday is the time for brunching with your favorite people. And when they don't invite you, listen to us instead. Fan Sports Sunday with Tito and Dabir Posey.
Sunday morning starting at 11.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items.
Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Ooh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
You know what's better than an Ohio Lottery scratch-off ticket? A winning Ohio Lottery scratch-off ticket. And now with a new $1,000 tax-free scratch-off, you've never had a better chance to win $1,000. Seriously. This $20 game has 18,000 $1,000 winners. That's a lot of winners. And that's $1,000 after taxes. So, what are you waiting for? The $1,000 tax-free scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. Your best chance ever at winning $1,000. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looking beautiful out there now. Temperatures climbing into the 70s already. We'll see highs in the mid-80s. Columbus hitting 85. Low humidity is going to make today feel fantastic, but don't forget the sunscreen if you're going to be heading out and about. Your UV forecast is going to be up to 8.5, and that means you could start to see a sunburn in less than 20 minutes. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your 10 weather impact forecast on The Fan.
Live, local, and still slightly drunk.
I'm not drunk, all right? I just have a speech impediment.
This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Eric Reiser, Tyvis Powell. Nate's here. Cam's here. You're also here. Welcome. If you're listening in your car on this beautiful Saturday, or if you're watching us on YouTube, one of several, Brendan earlier in the show said some kind of special to be here for the live stream on Saturday. Brendan, welcome if you're still with us. Ohio Rush baby. Tyvis, the hardest working man on the Fan.
Well,
I agree with.
Apparently not. I don't get these type of things.
So in case you missed the big news, Eric Reiser, June's radio employee of the month.
Which is why he took off of all of July.
So I brought the physical award. Thank you. I brought the physical award in here because I thought it was an inevitability that as I have missed 2 weeks out of the Pacific Northwest celebrating my 34th rotation around the sun, I would be called into question my work ethic. And I will not have that be questioned.
I wish I could.
Not by you, not by Dan Hurley, not by anybody.
I wish I could. I forgot. You are on Dan Hurley.
Said I had a very lazy take saying he used the Lakers as leverage. And then he came back and he said, well, my assistants got raises. The NIL said NIL raised more money for UConn hoops. Oh, and I got a new contract.
I forgot that he definitely.
Was it total leverage? No, but I do think Dan Hurley. Again, it could be unintentional, but he used it. You use those as leverage. But he called it lazy. And I took umbrage. I still take umbrage with that. How dare he? It's tough sometimes, Tyvis, when I'm such a jackass on the air because when I want to be serious, like it sometimes doesn't get taken that way. But to Ohio Rush Baby's comment, you are the hardest working man here, or at least one of them. I would put you up against Ryan Baker. And if you could earn an Employee of the Month award, it would either be you or him month to month.
Yeah. Right.
So I say that in 100% seriousness. Baker out on a much-deserved vacation, which, again,
slacker.
if I'm right. I'm taking a vacation. I'm a slacker. I come back. I'm Employee of the Month. Ryan Baker takes a vacation. He comes back. He's working for the next 10 days after he returns. Tyvis Powell doesn't take a vacation. Who's the real psychopath?
You,
my friend.
You. Why do you feel like you need to get away? If you enjoy what you do,
I have days off
that I have
be
around it
because I want to go on vacation. I want to spend time with my lovely girlfriend. I want to drink wine in Oregon. I want to see the Pacific Coast. I want to do things with my life, Tyvis, and I got to do those things last week.
Sounds boring.
Well, it was amazing.
You missed a lot of great sports.
Yeah,
talk.
I miss great sports
talk.
Yeah. That's what we do around here.
Great sports talk.
Can I trust you?
Everybody can.
Can I?
Absolutely.
I'm giving you an assignment tonight at the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Classic.
Let's hear it.
I need to know.
Let's go. You're throwing off my concentration.
With 100% accuracy, your batting average, strikeouts, hits, runs. I need you to give me that tomorrow. There's a chance I might show my face at Huntington Park tonight. I have tickets waiting for me, but we'll see how today goes. I got to move in 2 weeks. So these next 2 weekends are
packing.
Like
that's the worst.
It's the absolute worst.
Moving out and then moving in.
The plan is to be there, but we'll see how the rest of this afternoon goes. But I need your stats personal. I need your personal stats.
I tell you right
now. And
I
need team stats. No.
2 for 2.
Okay.
100. 1 home run.
You're only getting 2 at bats.
I feel like maybe I'll get a third.
I feel like 3 might be. I would put if we're doing over-unders, because again, Rothman and Ice did that yesterday.
I'll be realistic. 2 for 3, 1 home run.
Okay.
2 RBIs.
Because Anthony Rothman and Clay Hall both say you're going to have under 1.5 strikeouts.
Yeah.
So they have faith in you.
I'm not going to strike
not
out.
At least embarrass yourself at the plate.
Yeah, you can't strike out unless it's the
slow pitch softball. That's what AR said to me. It's like strikeouts in a slow pitch softball game.
There's usually an inning where the softball players come and pitch fast.
And so that's where you're thinking.
So I could fall into that category.
Because they can put it up there.
Yeah.
Not only in velocity, but
they
the ball to where
they can spin it now.
And it's fascinating to watch for me because the ball's neon.
Yeah.
It's just a yellow ball.
Yeah.
It's big, but yeah, you
like
blink and it's by you.
I feel like I can get a hit off of it.
Okay.
I really do. I feel
do former players do the pitching in innings, or do I guess Ohio State players do the pitching in innings that Ohio State softball players don't come in?
No, we have a designated pitcher.
Do you know who that is? For tonight?
Usually it's Derek with the Buckeye Crews.
Okay.
I don't know who it is tonight though.
Would you ever want to volunteer your services in the event you couldn't hit, or are you always going to be Team Cardale and at the plate?
I'm always be at the plate.
Okay.
Nice.
You're always going to be in the lineup. Don't take me out, Coach.
Listen, and if I'm batting lower than 4th, I'm going to look at him like he's crazy.
Whenever I hear Kevin Stefanski talk, I think he's crazy.
Do you?
Yeah. And he could be trolling. He was on 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland Thursday and was asked who's going to be calling plays for the offense this season. Now, I know that if you followed the team on a daily basis, if you're a former player, if you at all pay attention to the Browns in the NFL, I think you know who's going to be calling plays for the Cleveland Browns this season.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Stefanski, quote, "I'm sure I'm getting that question officially in about a week, so you're going to have to wait a week." Browns begin training camp next Wednesday officially. Veterans report Tuesday. Rookies report Monday. So next Thursday, day 2 of camp, he's going to officially announce it. But we already know.
Yeah, we
kind
know.
of. Why can't he just answer the question? Why does it have to be? It feels like, and again, this is me, as a Browns fan, always pissed off at this team. Why can't he just answer the question?
You know why? Because if
he's trolling, he's having a go at us. That's what I think.
Because if he answers the question on the radio show, they're going to still ask him again next week. So I think he wants to answer this question one time and one time only. And that's everybody.
That's not how this business
everybody
works.
can see it. Bam.
And
It's
he's
out there.
been at the highest level long enough to know that's not how this works.
Go answer this question once. He only want to go through this question in once.
And I'll say this, and I know I might be getting dramatic with it, but I'm a Browns fan, damn it. So all I know is drama. He could take that as an opportunity every single time he's asked to put faith in Ken Dorsey and faith in this offense under Deshaun Watson.
Well, because if he don't, once it goes sideways, he taking it back.
Is that a good idea?
Once you mess up and you act like you can stumble over your feet, don't worry, I'm taking it back.
That terrifies me, the phrase you just said. That terrifies me as a Browns
he's taking it back.
That he would have to be in a position or a situation.
That's just
because that means the bleep's gone real wrong.
Well, I mean, if you looked at Ken Dorsey last season with the Bills,
this terrifies me.
Just saying.
And the Browns, what, over under 8.5 wins this season? I still think it's the over, but
I would take the over.
Oh God,
I'd take the over. You worry too much.
I know I do.
You worry.
That's
too much.
I've never known myself. I've never known Eric Reiser not as a Browns fan. So this has been 20 plus years, brother. This is what this does to me.
My feelings is out of it. You know, I got like 4 games that I'm gonna call from right there that I'm gonna do pre.
You're doing Browns pre-post?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it from 4 of them. Like the last
from the Browns studio.
The last preseason game.
Nobody can see you point, but on the YouTube chat. We have several studios in this building. One of them we remotely connect to Cleveland. That Tyvis will be here in Columbus doing radio on the Cleveland Browns radio network.
Yes, the last pregame. I mean, the last preseason game.
So it'll be August 24th.
Kicks off at 10 p.m.
Oh, that is the late one in Seattle.
Yeah. So, after that game's over, we're only, they tell me that the show won't be a normal 2-hour post game. So if you have questions and you're dying to talk about your Cleveland Browns at about 1 o'clock in the morning, do call in.
216-578-0092.
That's the number.
I still remember it after all of these years. Why? So August 24th, Browns play the Seahawks. That game's in Seattle. It's a 10 o'clock kick. You can hear all the Browns preseason, regular season, postseason games on the Fan, ESPN Columbus, the Fan's HD3. All season long, where you're home. Tyvis Powell, pregame, postgame, weekday shows, shows on the Fan. There isn't a place that you cannot find, my dear friend Tyvis, even on Cameo, at one Tyvis, $20. You'll get anything to motivate you to do whatever it is you need to do. But the game starts at 10. You don't need a post game.
People want to talk about the Cleveland Browns at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Bob in Parma, 12 beers deep, does not want to talk about the Browns. He wants to tell you to fire everybody. You don't need to take that call, type.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Tell Jeff Phelps we're not taking that call.
It's tricky because last year, the last preseason game is when the starters played. So
you think that'll be the case for this one?
I have no idea.
So this is the first year is this the first year with 3 games in the preseason?
Last year.
Okay, so the second year with 3 games in the preseason. Watson, I think you've got to see out there for at least half of one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is because, again, they start August 10th, Green Bay, 17th, Minnesota. Both of those are at home. I think you put him out there for one of those for the home fans.
Does it go last preseason game and then the next game is the first game is the next week, or do they get a week off?
I think they get a week off. I'll double check.
Well, you got to let
because I want to bring up Deshaun Watson and some comments that were made about him next at Sports Saturday on the Fan.
If you don't like listening to Morning Juice, Bobby Carpenter's man nipples will punch you in the face. For real.
You want to fight, do you? Weekdays from 6 to 9.
The Fan.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. If you had a crystal ball, you wouldn't agonize over when to sell your home. You would just ask these questions. Should I sell when my home's value is sky high? Or wait and hope that the bottom doesn't drop out of the housing market? The thing is, I'm not ready to move. You don't need a crystal ball with Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You can literally sell now and stay in your home as long as you'd like. When you sell your home to Truehold for its best current value, you can fully cash out on your home's equity, and you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance and upkeep too. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. You can get an offer now while your home's value is sky high and use the money to secure your retirement, pay off bills, or finance your dreams. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's best value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
We buy any car. Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because when you trade in, you're dealing with a dealer. And sure, they're interested in a good deal. For them, not for you. Come to WeBuyAnyCar.com instead. All we do is buy cars. You get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price. So don't take chances with a trade-in. Go to WeBuyAnyCar.com for a free online valuation. Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Call 614-502-5220 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Rothman and Ice.
You know, you don't want the big splash. You get knocked for that. Like, just the amount of, flips and all. Like, I'm in on the stuff that happens in the water. That works.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
Let's get something straight. I'm not here to convince you to use cannabis or to try cannabis. I'm here to tell you that since medical cannabis is legal in this state, Veriheal can help you get your medical cannabis card with no hassle if you qualify. Just go to Veriheal.com, meet with a state-licensed medical doctor online, and, if approved, get your card. There's no fee if you don't qualify, so check it out today. Veriheal. Veriheal.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. I've been talking about High Bank whiskey for a while now, and I'm not alone. This just in. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. This is the largest spirits competition in the world, and High Bank is dominating. And we've got the best. It's right here in town. So the next time you're looking for a pour of the good stuff, stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or stop into their 2 restaurant locations in Gahanna and Grandview. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Visit Hollywood Casino Columbus this summer for exciting live sports action. We got the biggest screens around, and ESPN Bet is live in Ohio.
Plus, Penn Play Rewards members can win up to $500 Penn Cash every week. Visit PennPlaySports.com/cover5 today and register for your chance to play and win.
Not a member? Get the Penn Play app today.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is your live sports headquarters.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Mark your calendars for Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend, July 26th and 27th. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Seller. Wedding Weekend is back with unbeatable offers you won't want to miss. Join us for buy one, get one half-off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and special offers on diamond engagement rings. We've had the guaranteed best price and an unmatched selection for over 77 years. Choose a jeweler you can trust and come see us July 26th and 27th at Diamond Seller on Sawmill Road.
Garnish your Bloody Mary with sports talk. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
All right, so Tyvis, in one of your 9 jobs, you work for the Cleveland Browns radio network.
Yes.
The Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.com period on YouTube. What are you, Wednesdays?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so in your conversations with those who cover the Browns on a daily basis, is the expectation among them, is the expectation for you, Deshaun Watson, Browns quarterback, being ready to go, no floaties, no training wheels, none of that, when the Browns open camp Wednesday?
Yes.
He's ready to go, full go.
Yes. I mean, he's went through camp and he's had not camp. He's went through spring ball,
off-season,
OTAs, and he was fine. He said he had no pain and all of those things. So they asked him to, deliver the passes, and they said he looked fine and he felt fine. So I don't see why that would change coming into camp.
So this was from, I want to say, Wednesday. He had a 7-on-7 tournament in Berea Watson was hosting. And 2 different Browns beat reporters had 2 differing messages. And I'll just read them to you. Tony Grossi, and I'm quoting directly from their posts on X. Hosting a 7-on-7 tournament in Berea, Deshaun Watson indicated he'll be full go at the start of camp next week and would not say whether he will play or needs to play to be ready for game 1. This from Zach Jackson of The Athletic. Quote, Deshaun Watson did not directly answer when asked if he has full clearance for camp next week, but he said he's been throwing, quote, every day and feels good about his shoulder, his rehab, and his mindset ahead of training camp. Now I talk about Kevin Stefanski and making it difficult. Come on, guys.
Deshaun,
very different messages.
Listen, it's ridiculous. Deshaun Watson will be there day 1 of camp and throwing the ball. Like, I don't know why we really make a lot out of these things. Like,
nobody's better at making mountains out of molehills than the Browns.
Now, I will
Browns
say,
fans, Browns organization, Browns media.
I will say that players and coaches do the same thing of just answer the question. Like, if it was me, I'd just straight up
answer the question. I know. That's what I want from the coach, from the player.
But at the end of the day,
it never happens.
If you've been watching this man throw in OTAs, you've seen the clips of him throwing, not just like little dink and dunks. He's actually opened his arm and thrown some deep balls, and he's looked fine. Why would you think he wouldn't be ready for camp?
I agree with you.
That's the part that we're really making too much out of it.
So as we discussed in the last segment, the Browns will wrap preseason play August 24th, that Saturday night in Seattle. They will open the regular season Sunday, September 8th at home, hosting the Dallas Cowboys. So that's a little over that's about 2 weeks off.
Yeah. It's Tom Brady's first broadcast.
It's about 14 days from the final preseason to opening day.
It's a lot of time.
So you're thinking Watson will play the bulk of his preseason in that game against the Seahawks?
I think you have to, because I just think that you can't if you do it the week earlier, you're giving them 21 days off. Like that's a lot of time off to lose rhythm and things like that. So last year, Kevin played his starters in the last preseason game, which at the time I was like, that's shocking. Usually it's the second one, but then I forgot that they eliminated one. So, and then I realized like, okay, they want them to be more in sync because week 1, especially going up against like Dallas, you got to be ready to go. Like you can't really have a lot of stumbles. Don't get me wrong. Everybody will start off slow. And
you can't be the slowest.
But it can't be the reason why you lose the game. Like you got to be able to have some plays that's money in the bank. Your chemistry has to be there. Y'all better get that Amari Cooper situation figured out because that's a big key, especially going up against Dallas. You know how he'll feel about going up against his former team. So you definitely want to try to get some insurance there so him and Deshaun can get some chemistry and the rest of the offense can get a nice flow. Obviously, this is a new offensive style with Ken Dorsey being the OC and maybe calling the plays.
I know. You roll your eyes. It's so damn frustrating that he would just not answer these questions, like the simple questions. And
it's funny because the players have already answered the question.
Everybody knows. Answer the question. Put the support behind your first-year offensive coordinator, Kevin.
Like literally.
Damn it, Kevin.
David Njoku, the playbook is juicy with Ken. And then you got Deshaun Watson talking about, oh, yeah, Ken, it's been nice to watch Kev
What's a juicy?
sit back and watch Ken Dorsey do his thing. Like, I don't know why we acted like we don't know who's calling the plays. But since it's not on the record, we'll say we don't know who's calling the plays. But like I said, Ken Dorsey needs to have some time to have some chemistry, and these guys got to have a good flow. It's very difficult for a new OC to come in there and just week one be clicking on all cylinders. I was impressed that Baltimore was able to do it last year with Todd Monken. Hopefully the Browns can do the same thing.
What's a juicy playbook look like?
Just has a lot of explosive things and a lot of plays that he likes, that he sees can go the distance. That's when somebody tells you it's juicy.
Okay.
That's what it means.
Because I heard him say that, and I go, well, that's good if he loves it. Because you don't say something like that with that kind of emphasis if you don't love what you're seeing out there. And it's more than just like the hyperbole that players say going into camp. Because normally players aren't too excited about it unless they're really excited. Then they'll tell you something in a way that makes you go, oh, okay, cool.
Well, camp is camp, and nobody's really
excited about much of anything.
Camp. Everybody, they're thrilled for the games, but those 2 weeks, it's just like, yeah.
Because you don't think that August 24th preseason finale to likely past September 24th, maybe even into October, the Browns are going to have Nick Chubb.
Well,
because you saw, I know
Nick Chubb squatting, so
I know you saw it this week. He had 400+ pounds on that elephant
bar. It was
bar.
like 520,
and he was that was getting ass to grass on that.
Yeah,
and if you've ever squatted with an elephant bar, it's twice as hard.
Yeah,
not twice as hard, but it's extra hard.
The weight is pulling down
than a standard bar because it's supposed to bend that way. So you're supposed to, and especially with his knee, and the 3 surgeries he's had on the knees.
Something like that. It's either 2 or 3. The thing is, listen, when he did that, mentally he's like, all right, my knee is strong enough to handle stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he still suffer from PTSD. When that corner or that safety go low, it's gonna freak you out for a little bit. Like, you're gonna curl up a little bit until you take the hit and be like, okay, I'm fine. Like, that's what you got to get over. So it's a mental thing.
It's gonna be the same way, I think, for Joe Burrow. And not for his knee, because I think the knee's okay, but it's the wrist.
But he's throwing.
He is. But it's a similar question I've got in terms of how's it going to feel upstairs between the ears, because there's been several injuries now for Burrow over the past couple of seasons that this is just human nature, I think. Because Cincinnati wraps the preseason on August 22nd against the Indianapolis Colts. That game will be at Paul Brown Stadium. So where we said the Browns will have 14 days off, the Bengals on the 22nd now will have 16 days off. So you'd likely see a lot of Burrow in that finale for Cincinnati on August 22nd.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a smart way to do it. I likely every NFL team would probably play their starters.
The dress rehearsal, quote unquote,
majority of the game for the third preseason game. You'll see a lot of 1s and 2s, or a lot of 2s and 3s in the first 2 preseason games.
It's going to be a long year.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long one.
It's almost upon us. When is the first Browns preseason game?
First Browns preseason game. Again, you'll be able to hear on The Fan or ESPN Columbus or The Fan's HD3. Saturday, August 10th, Green Bay Packers 4:25. That night, the Bengals will open the preseason play at home, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
the week after, we do the Saturday Sports Spectacular from the Woody.
The week before, we'll be doing the Saturday Sports Spectacular. We are August 4th outside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. I might have misheard your question. I apologize.
But I was just saying it was a week before.
So, yes, we're going to be busy this August.
Yeah.
To say the very least.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So Ohio State will open camp on August 1st. If Ohio State wants to summit Mount Everest of college football, their final game will be January 20th of 2025. How are coaches reacting to what will be an expanded 12-team college football playoff? You'll hear from some of them next. It's Sports Saturday on The Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic. Oh, yes. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Attention, boating enthusiasts. Bennington Factory demonstration models are at Buckeye Lake Marina. These exclusive demo units are loaded with the features built to dazzle at shows and exhibits. And guess what? They're all brand new with a full warranty. Some have never even touched the water. Hold on to your mooring ropes because we're offering dock-shaking discounts up to $40,000 only at Buckeye Lake Marina. These deals are hotter than the summer sun and won't last long. Visit Buckeye Lake Marina and make your dream boat a reality today. BuckeyeLakeMarina.com, where your adventure begins.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Save big money on everything you need when you shop at Menards. Menards is your destination for pet food and supplies. Stock up on Greenie's Dental Dog Treats. They have a unique texture to fight plaque and tartar and are vet recommended. Save big today on Greenie's Dental Dog Treats at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. It's time to strike. 0% APR up to 36 months on all new 24 Accords, 25 Civics and Honda Pilots, and CRVs. How about a 24 Passport or a Honda Prelude, even a 24 Ridgeline? Rich is throwing it out at 0% APR up to 36 months. Only from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. They're on Sawmill Parkway, just south of 270, with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Ready for all those summer get-togethers? Fill up your grocery basket at Giant Eagle. Their Deals for Days program features more than 1,000 deals on your favorite items. Barbecue parties or graduations are easier to plan when you buy at Giant Eagle. Learn more at gianteagle.com.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Common Man and T-Bone.
And then what's Alexi Lawless doing today? He's like, guys, I don't know. It might be time to panic. This team's not very good. Shut up, Alexi Lawless. You suck.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
You know when you said come over for the fight? We thought you meant your house.
You guys want another round of Bud Lights?
Service is better here. And so is the beer.
Bud Light is back as the official beer sponsor of UFC. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a hair in my soup. A long purple hair.
I'm so sorry. I'll get the manager.
I'm the manager. How can I help?
Wait, weren't you the Plum Insurance mascot?
What gave it away? My long purple fur?
Something like that.
What if all insurance companies were like NJM and were known for putting their policyholders first, not gimmicks? Then all those insurance mascots would have to get real jobs.
I'll pass on dessert.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
We go to war for you.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Scherger of Scherger Schnarr Trial Attorneys. Remember, when you're in a legal battle, we're your warriors. Call Scherger Schnarr Trial Attorneys at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Know your rights, because results matter. warforyou.com. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
warforyou.com. Hi, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Need a perfect gift? Check out the new line of Glock watches and other stunning jewelry at Worthington Jewelers. Make every occasion sparkle with Worthington Jewelers, where exceptional gifts await.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items.
Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Oh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. We firmly believe it's appropriate to tailgate before a youth soccer game. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
Tyvis, do you have your Big Ten schedule?
No, not yet.
Your network schedule?
Not yet. I'm still waiting on that.
So Saturdays in the fall, you can catch my friend and yours, Tyvis Powell, on the Big Ten Saturday tailgate. So that's what, 10 to noon?
It is. Actually, we're down to 30 minutes, so it's 10 to 11:30 this year.
10 to 11:30. You get 90 minutes. Tyvis Powell, Mike Hall on the Big Ten Network. Tonight on the Big Ten Network, Carmen's Crew, a team of Ohio State alum, are going to be playing in the first round of the basketball tournament. I saw this thing on Twitter a couple minutes ago. Our guy Joey Lane's going to be calling a game from Dayton, so that's where Carmen's Crew is at as well, but they play tonight at 7. Looks like We Are D3 is going to take on Sweet Home Alabama. So my guess is a team of Alabama alum and a team of D3 players. D3 players are playing at the UD Arena. Joey Lane's on the call. You can stream them all at thetournament.com or again, the Big Ten Network. FS2, FS1 is going to be having some of these. So cool summer event to kind of, scratch that nostalgia itch. You can watch Jared Sullinger and Carmen's Crew. Some of your favorite Buckeyes of the past.
They need me out there.
You think you'd put your name out there as probably a guy off the bench, give you a couple points?
Yeah, I just need like 10 minutes.
Some scrappy defense.
10 minutes on. That's it. The defense, and then I'll spot up and hit a 3. 3 and D.
Well, JT Barrett says you can't catch, so
don't listen.
If
to
you're
JT.
if you're the point and shoot guy,
JT,
you could have some issues there.
JT is jealous of me. That's what it. When I heard that interview, it just told me he's jealous of me.
You'll be able to hear the interview if you didn't hear our cuts. We played the interview in its entirety. Tim Hall Alive is going to be giving you Buckeye replay from 1 to 3 on these very airwaves. Ohio State and USC, the Cotton Bowl from the 2017 season. JT Barrett, the captain and the quarterback for the Buckeyes that year. Interestingly enough, USC, one of 4 new members into the Big Ten this coming August, officially August 2nd, will be the date for that. January, easy for me to say, January 20th will be the last day of the college football year. So we're expanding into 12 teams for this college football playoff. Likely not where it's going to stop, but I would imagine 12 will be where it reverts back to if they can finally figure out a college football calendar that works for everybody. Because my theory, Tyvis, is they go from 12 to 14 to 16, realize that's too much on the human body, realize it's too much to ask these kids, realize there's not enough money to be able to pay once they start revenue sharing, and they can't find, and they've already squeezed every sponge they can. They've looked under every couch cushion they can. They can't find enough new money to make it feasible to go past 16. So they revert back to 12. I think in a couple of years we find ourselves at 12.
Do you think 12 is the right number?
I wish it would have stayed at 4, to be honest.
Really?
I like 4.
No,
I thought 4 felt like the Velvet Rope Club that only a few could get into.
4 was ridiculous because every year it was the 5th and 6th team just, we should have been in. We should have been in.
I was okay with that.
I was sick of that. I was sick of hearing
get
about
ready
that.
for 13 and 14.
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
I mean,
12.
Conversation will stay.
First of all, top 10 matters the most.
What would you like? What would be your ideal college football playoff?
1.
Just 1.
No, my ideal would be. I'm okay with 12.
Okay.
I'm okay with 12.
Here's Marcus Freeman, head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He was on SportsCenter yesterday talking about how he feels about Notre Dame and the college football playoff being a 12-team one, knowing that they are not eligible for a first-round bye.
To give more teams an opportunity to compete for the national championship and make the playoffs, I think it's going to be a great situation and something new, but I think it's going to be great for college football. As far as our season, our mindset, we still have the same approach. That our job is to try to go out and win every game we play. And the biggest focus will have to be on that period from the end of week 12 to the first round playoff. And that's where we've done some really forward think in terms of what would we do during that time period. But our mindset hasn't changed. It will be a longer season. If we take care of business, do what we're supposed to do, we know the season will be long. The depth's going to be important. But our approach is go out and win every game we play and continue to improve as a football team each week.
How feasible is that plan to attack every single game like you're going to win it?
I mean, yes, you better.
I guess.
It's a politically correct answer.
What if you have situations where you can rest guys? Would you rest them Would you rest him for a conference championship knowing that you're in the college football playoff regardless?
No.
Like if you're undefeated, you go into the conference title tilt. Say Ohio State's unbeaten. They took care of Oregon and they face the Ducks again. Do you maybe, if Will Howard's dealing with some injuries, you rest him that week? Or you rest him the week before against Michigan, knowing that you've already got a Big Ten title appearance in the bag?
So let me.
Are these not conversations you could have?
Sure, but this is the thing. There's not guaranteed. First of all, at Ohio State, let's just nip this in the bud right now. At Ohio State, you're not even allowed to have these conversations. Okay, that's that right there. 2, you haven't won a dang thing around here in the past 3 years, so you need to play every game and every championship.
I thought you
game
told
that you
Rory
play
McIlroy earlier in the program to forget about the past.
Yeah, I told Rory that. Not them.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
Rory,
different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rory's dealing with something else. That's these guys, you haven't won a darn thing around here in 3 years. So they're the rest in the Big Ten championship. That's blasphemous because there's no guarantee that you're going to win the national championship. So at least have a championship of some sort. Then you tell them to rest in the Team Up North game. You haven't won that game in 3 years. That's arguably the most important game on your schedule. There's people out there that would say, you know what, we didn't win it all, but we beat the Team Up North.
That's just as good.
That's what people would say.
Boy,
I know. So at least
I don't like that thing.
Then on top of that, you got some gold pans on the line. So you got some memorabilia on the line of these things
that you could trade for tattoos.
Well, I mean you can do it
now. It's legal.
You can legally do it now, but as you can see,
you wear that proudly, that pair of gold pants.
Well, yeah,
as you should.
Just this one specifically.
I bring up the rest and I bring up the schedule management tongue in cheek because I agree with you for Ohio State. You heard Marcus Freeman say it there. Dabo Sweeney said that I'll call it load management because they do in the NBA, could be an unintended consequence from the college football playoff going to 12 teams and then expanding further there.
Yeah, I think there's probably unintended consequences for that too. Just like everything, in that, probably as we see guys opting out of bowl games and things like that, you'll probably see some guys, if you're 4-4 and probably out of the playoffs, probably see some guys head off to Arizona and train. It's probably an unintended consequence. You'll probably see some situations where, like you see in the NFL, the Ravens are in the playoffs. They got locked up, right? They got the bye or whatever, and, they got one more game that really means nothing, right? Because it's all about the playoffs. So do you play Lamar in that game? And that's probably an unintended consequence in college, from a tradition standpoint is, maybe you're 11-0 and you got that rivalry game. But, you play your biggest foe next week in the conference championship, and if you win that game, you're going to get a bye. So those are things that are probably decisions you'll see play out all throughout college football, and which will probably, affect traditions and things.
You have a point?
When I hear stuff like that, yeah, sure.
This isn't just an idiot on the radio saying it like I was. This is a head coach with national championship experience.
What I'll say is, there's a reason why Clemson is where they are now. And the thing about is he right with what he's saying? Sure, some people will look at that, but why are you focused on later down the road when you got a team in front of you? That's why you fail at some of the times that you fail, because you're so worried about the week after that you slip over the one that's in front of you. So my thing would be, I'm not worried about the conference championship game because I'm worried about beating the Team Up North because that's what's at stake. That's the task that's at hand. Plus, for us, like I say, gold pants is on the line. We haven't won that game in 3 years, so it's different for us, and we'll handle the Big Ten championship when we get there next week. So I don't see, if you like college football and then on top of that, you're playing better opponents and scouts want to see you in those games against those opponents because, yeah, you could go up and put up 100 points on Akron, but when that scout comes in, he's going to say, let me see you in that Team Up North game. Let me see you versus Oregon in the Big Ten championship. I need to see what this player does on the big stage, because in the NFL, every week is the big stage. So those games are important. If kids pay attention, those are the games that you go to a scout and say, the scout, what about the Big Ten championship game? Oh, I didn't play it and I sat it out. Why? That's a big game. That's important. Are you selfish? Like, those are the questions that you will then have to deal with. So just to forget all of that and not even have to worry about those things, play in the game.
The biggest fan of that team up north is furious at ESPN. We'll tell you about that next. Sports Saturday on The Fan.
The only radio show Ryan Day listens to when we're holding him hostage, making him listen to a radio show. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan.
I'm a firm believer that everything I was taught by my grandfather is exactly how I run this business. We still do everything old school. It's done by hand. Somebody touches the window at all points, and that's not something you see very often. It's going to make better quality window. We do things the way I was taught to do them.
Visit Rosati Windows and save 35% on all windows.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
At United Dairy Farmers, Peach is our most popular ice cream. Although it's only here for a short time, we sell more of it than any other flavor. And once you taste it, you'll know why it wins the popularity contest. We make it from scratch by mixing in the juice from our hand-selected peaches and big chunks of fruit. That's what gives it that unique peachier flavor. And that might also explain why peach season at UDF doesn't last long. UDF Peach Ice Cream, made for you.
There's a place where mishaps don't mean missing out. Welcome to AAA's The Plus Side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, where a flat tire doesn't have to deflate your mood, where being locked out doesn't mean you'll be out of luck for long, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party.
Looks like you're all set here. Have a good rest of the day.
Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, you're covered with the gold standard in roadside assistance, whenever and wherever you need it. Tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap, click, or call away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further, anywhere within 100 miles. Become a AAA Plus member today and experience the peace of mind that comes when you live on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply. Service is only available from AAA and CAA in North America.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? Too many families suffer in silence, watching someone they care about struggle day after day. At Pinnacle Treatment and Recovery Works, we understand the pain and the heartache. More importantly, we know how to help. Our comprehensive addiction treatment programs can help you reclaim your life. Imagine waking up with hope, free from the fear of withdrawal. Help your loved ones, your son, your daughter, or help yourself. Take the step that changes everything. Visit pinnacletreatment.com/Ohio. Your new life starts now.
Billiards Plus has everything for the master griller in your house. Come to their showroom, open the lid, and feel the difference in their grills. Professional top quality equipment at great prices with a huge selection ready to go home with you. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin. Boss on your back, break away from the office and head on over to Delaware Golf Club. Grab a group, play 18, and afterwards unwind with a drink by the Fire Pit Bar and Patio. Online booking makes it easy to secure your tee time. So come check out Central Ohio's home for premier golf at Delaware Golf Club.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Cam Taylor. The Cincinnati Reds lost to the Washington Nationals 8-5 yesterday. The two teams will face off again later today at 6:45, and Nick Lodolo will be on the mound. Cincinnati is currently 4th in the NL Central and 3 games back of the final NL wildcard spot. The Cleveland Guardians beat the San Diego Padres 7-0 last night, and the two teams will play again tonight at 7:10, and Gavin Williams will get the start for the Guards. Cleveland is currently in first place in the AL Central and are 2.5 games back of the Philadelphia Phillies for the best record in the MLB. The third round of the Open Championship is currently underway with Shane Lowry, your leader, at 8 under par. Justin Rose and Daniel Brown are in a tie for second at 5 under. And the fans' coverage of the 2024 Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Game starts tonight at 6 p.m., starting with the Home Run Derby, followed by the Celebrity Softball Game featuring former and current Buckeye players.
Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean we shut up. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
Yeah, Timmy Hall and Dane Sanzenbacher will be on the call for the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Classic at Huntington Park. Again, that thing starts at 6:30. Fan coverage will start at 6. As you heard Cam in the update, doors will open at 5 o'clock. Tyvis Powell will hit more than 2 hits in the contest.
Two is my number.
1.5. I'll put the over for hits.
Yep.
Strikeouts at 1.5 under.
That's hilarious.
My dear friend.
That should be 0.5.
Yeah. I'll talk to CB about that when he gets back from Wyoming.
Wyoming?
Yeah, he took a vacation.
Y'all are
so taking
sick.
time for yourself, you psychopath.
Y'all sick around here, boy.
No, it's you who is the sick. You.
Work. How that Rihanna song go?
Work. I guess we have to sing it because if we played it, the YouTube would kick us off. We could. I don't know if you saw earlier this week what ESPN did. They released their top 100 professional athletes since 2000. 100 of the best pro athletes in the world of the past 24 years.
Was I on it?
No. Sorry. You were 101. Number.
Honorable mention.
You and another famous 23 were off that list.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan was not on that list. Since 2000.
Okay.
So keep all of that in mind when I bring you to one Ric Flair, who was less than thrilled at being snubbed from this list. From Rick.
Beat the man! Woo! You gotta beat the man! Woo! I can't stand Ohio State.
So the Nature Boy posts on the social media platform X. How in the hell on God's green earth is Ric Flair not considered to be one of the top 100 athletes in the world? I should actually be in the top 10. 16 world titles, actually 22. 1,200-hour matches, 15 years without a day off. I was on that Tyvis Powell trip.
Just saying.
A cultural icon and worldwide sensation. Good Lord, so many people have lost sight of what greatness truly is. I never pulled out with a calf muscle strain or how the times have changed. What a bunch of itches. I get Tom Brady and all that, but come on, let's get serious. Ric Flair wrestled his last match in 2011, so I guess he's eligible for that.
He's a tad bit upset.
I would
Rick
say
actually wrestled 2 years ago.
What?
Ric Flair wrestled 2 years
ago in an actual match?
Yep. Had a heart attack in it.
Of course he did. Oh, my God. I remember the last time Ric Flair getting super kicked by Shawn Michaels when he told him he loved him. That was like at a WrestleMania match.
Was it at the last match?
It was a WrestleMania. Yeah, it was his last match. And Shawn Michaels was crying, and then he kicked him in the face. I was like,
wow.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'd have to go back and look at Ric Flair's Wikipedia, but the last championship he held, and I remember watching him when I was in high school, and he was like an Intercontinental champion, he was a World Tag Team champion, but like his last actual world title came he was like the 93 Royal Rumble winner. And the winner of that match got you the World Championship. And then he might have held a WCW. Now I got to go to Ric Flair's Wikipedia and figure this out.
This is sad that this is the thing.
But I say this to the Nature Boy, who of course is listening. He loves everything Columbus.
I can't stand Ohio State.
Is there any other wrestlers that's on this list?
No, there's no.
Okay.
At least I don't see any, and there's 100 of them. So the top 10, for just in case you're wondering: Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, Lionel Messi, LeBron James, Tom Brady, Roger Federer, Simone Biles, Tiger Woods, Usain Bolt, and Kobe Bryant. So the top 10 athletes of all time, or top 10 athletes since the year 2000. That's understandable. But Ric Flair, again, if this was the top 100 athletes of all time, would have an argument here. But I'm looking at Kevin Garnett. Like Floyd Mayweather's the first fighty athlete on this list. He comes in at 25. Peyton Manning at 26. So, again, Rick, I get it. But you have to understand, this is just since 2000. I mean, Steve Nash is on it. Adrian Beltre, Derek Jeter. No, I'm not seeing any wrestlers. Otani's in here, Kylian Mbappe. There's John Jones at 60. Because he doesn't understand.
If anybody should be upset, it's The Rock. That's who that's somebody that you could put on the list that could crack the list.
Okay,
Rock,
Charles
Stone
Woodson's
Cold,
at 100. So
Undertaker.
I'll say this.
Something like that. Not Ric
ESPN
Flair.
does not consider them athletes.
Clearly.
So there's that.
And
that's not to say that they're right in that. I would obviously, absolutely, as a child of the Attitude Era, put The Rock, put Stone Cold, put Goldberg as one of, if not, as probably one of the top 100 influential athletes of all time. Hulk Hogan's probably up there as well.
Yes.
Because they brought wrestling. Hogan did it in the 80s, The Rock and Austin, and Goldberg, and then probably Ric Flair as well.
You talking about Paul Hogan's brother?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that up. I'm sure 5 people got that reference. Our buddy Chops thought that they were related because someone 20 years ago was confident in him telling him that. And again, if you say anything with confidence, you're absolutely right. So, sure. Was Paul Hogan, was Crocodile Dundee? Who am I thinking?
I have no idea.
Damn it. Ric Flair's got a long Wikipedia. I mean,
that's why he's upset that he ain't out there.
Yeah, he wrestled in 2022.
I could see if it was other ones on there, but it's literally not one wrestler on there. So I don't. That's the part where I'm like, I don't understand.
Right, so he was the World Tag Team Champion in 2006, won the Intercontinental title in 2005. He won the Good Lord, he was the WCW Champion in 2000. All right, then. You know what? Now that I realize that.
Oh, my goodness.
He was a world heavyweight champion of the world, Tyvis Powell, in 2000.
Is he even on the wrestling Mount Rushmore?
I'd have him on mine.
You have Ric Flair?
all time.
Okay.
Why? Who would you have on yours? Do you want to do that? We got a couple minutes in the segment. When was I? I just want to make sure also, while you're thinking about that. Okay, he won in 93. So he was WWF champion in 92. He beat Randy Savage in 92. And then he was NWA's champion in 93. He won the big gold belt again in 93 when it was then called the WCW title.
Are we talking WWEF/WWE?
WWF/WWE and then NWA, which then became WCW.
So we are including them.
Yeah, we have to. There's a gigantic wrestling company.
Stone Cold, The Rock, Goldberg, and...
So Goldberg, WCW.
Yeah.
Rock, Austin, WWF.
Yeah. And...
Ric Flair, all of them. Ric Flair held a championship in almost every major promotion he was in.
And...
So he is number one on my Mount Rushmore for doing that, of professional wrestlers. Austin's up there. Rock's up there. I'm going to put Shawn Michaels.
That'd be my fourth.
So... Nate, do you have a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers ready to shoot off?
If I've got 5, it's Bruno Sammartino, Ric Flair, Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and Bret Hart.
He left The Rock off.
Yeah, that's understandable.
No,
He has Bruno Sammartino.
No.
Okay.
No.
Bruno's got a reign, a heavyweight championship reign.
The list is flawed, Nate. If The Rock isn't on there, the list is flawed.
Why do you say that?
It's The Rock.
Top 10.
It's The Rock.
You can't just say I know it's The Rock. The Rock's on my Mount Rushmore. I get that. Why do you think that?
He's literally the greatest of all time. He's literally the one that everybody tuned in for. He literally, even when...
Steve Austin would beg to differ.
Listen, wait a minute. Till this day, if nobody really watches Raw like that, but if you tell them The Rock is on there, they're going to watch it for sure. They'll stop what they... I think
today, yes.
So I know.
Today, yes. But I think Austin, I think Hogan, I think Flair all had similar...
No, Stone Cold had that similar thing. The rest of the ones, I still wouldn't watch.
I think in a bygone era, Bruno Sammartino did. When Bruno was wrestling on a show, a lot of times it was Madison Square Garden, it was packed.
The supposed record is like 160 sellouts at MSG.
It's an incredible run. It won't be duplicated. I know WWE tried to do that with Roman Reigns, and I think they had him top Hogan's record, but you're not going to touch Bruno Sammartino's. So... yeah, I think it's valid. And then, of course, the excellence of execution in Bret Hart was, criminally underrated for a lot of current wrestling fans. But that's neither here nor there because again, Tyvis thinks The Rock's the greatest of all time, and you're not necessarily wrong. But I think, Tyvis, this is the last time I trust you with my Blue Jackets news. I'll explain that next. Sports Saturday on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
There's something about country music that's just so easy. Like a Bud Light. Simple stories, soulful melodies, and lyrics that refer to drinking a Bud Light in the sun. So keep it easy. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We're dealing at Reichert Nissan. Hundreds of Nissans in stock, on the ground, and priced to sell fast. Low lease payments on brand new Reichert Nissan Sentras, only $229 a month. Now we're really dealing. With our best value guarantee and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33, or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com. We're dealing.
With approved credit, 2024 Sentra SR FWD, 24-month lease with $3,000 due at signing and $731.24.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina. And at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Hi, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Need a perfect gift? Check out the new line of Glock watches and other stunning jewelry at Worthington Jewelers. Make every occasion sparkle with Worthington Jewelers, where exceptional gifts await.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus, the home of the best blended whiskey in America. Support local and grab a bottle at your local liquor store right now. But they don't just make whiskey. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. High Bank teamed up with 614 to launch your new favorite go-to, 614 Vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. There's no taste like home with 614 Vodka. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Refresh your home today with window images, blinds, and shades from Menards. We have everything you need to update your window treatments. We carry vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. Plus, get them cut to width in-store for free. Save big on window treatments at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items.
Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Oh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at ikea-usa.com/readyforcollege for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com/readyforcollege for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Skies are clear and sunny right now. We'll see highs in the mid-80s. Columbus hitting 85. Low humidity is going to make today feel very, very nice. But before you head out, don't forget the sunscreen. Your UV forecast is going to be up to 8.5 today, which means you could start to burn in less than 20 minutes. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your 10 weather impact forecast on The Fan.
Instead of annoying national people talking to you this weekend, we've opted for annoying local people. This is Fan Sports Saturday.
It's been 2 weeks since Tyvis and I have shared these airwaves, and at that time, Tyvis Powell, you told me that on July 6th, the Blue Jackets would have a head coach ready to go.
I said 5th.
Whatever.
So the day after, I said it'd be a Friday's news dump.
The Friday news dump, which that would be a hell of a news dump. We're still waiting on the head coach for your Columbus Blue Jackets.
Well, do you want him to get any guy or do you want him to get the right guy?
I want to get the guy he thinks is the right guy.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure that's going to be the case at this point because all signs had pointed to former Kings head coach Todd McClellan.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, and this is from Aaron Portzline of The Athletic, talks have fallen apart. Now, this is directly from Porty's article, quote, "It's unclear if the talks stalled between the Jackets and the Kings, who still owe McClellan $5.5 million for this coming season, or if they stalled between the Blue Jackets and McClellan. A source involved in the process told The Athletic the snag with McClellan was, quote, not just about money." So there's some issues there. He is, I think still, because Waddell to Porty saying that, we're only bringing in 2 in regards to who they're interviewing. So it went from a list of 12 to now we're only bringing in 2.
Again, he was one of the 2.
He's not one of the 2. Him telling Porty, quote, "I have a third who's kind of on hold right now, but we have the top 2 guys that we'd like to bring in person."
Okay.
So reportedly this week, it was Dean Eveson, former coach of the Minnesota Wild, and Jay Woodcroft, former coach of the Edmonton Oilers, who were brought into Columbus for interviews.
How do you feel about those 2?
Fine.
Okay.
Both of them were dismissed from their last jobs, but they have that NHL experience that Don Waddell wants.
Okay.
So I am fine with either.
How recent was these firings?
Last, I want to say 2022 for Woodcroft. I want to say 23 for Eveson. But I could be wrong on both, or I could be wrong on one or the other.
Okay.
I will look into that real quick. But what I did want to say with this was McClellan still owed, again, $5.5 million through this next upcoming season. He was fired at the beginning of he was fired last season, I should say. So when you would have negotiations between a coach, a candidate, and an organization, that's not the case with this because the Los Angeles Kings still have money owed to him. Now, maybe he would want that payout relative to what the Jackets were offering him. He's like, well, no, it's not exactly a Mike Babcock situation because if you remember when it was reported that he was going to be the head coach, he still had, I think, a couple of months under contract with the Maple Leafs that he wanted to receive money on, and the Blue Jackets did not want to pay off or did not want to be the payer there. So that's why that announcement was a little later than you would have thought. This, I don't know if that's exactly that situation, but it becomes a 3-party negotiation. Maybe not something Waddell wants to deal with.
So you did want McClellan?
Yes. Over the other 2.
Okay.
I didn't, to be brutally honest with you, I didn't have an idea either way. I didn't know who I wanted for this because I don't know how I don't know what Waddell wants to do here. I don't know if Waddell's going to do a complete teardown and a rebuild from the studs.
Well, nobody wants to do that.
Right, but I kind of think that's the right thing to do in this situation.
You got to get it right.
So if he's not interested in doing that, he's going to hire a head coach who's not interested in doing that. Is that the best thing? Again, I don't know. It does look like Eveson was dismissed 19 games into last season. So I was incorrect there with Eveson.
They knew early, huh? He
looks like 13 games for Edmonton for Woodcroft. So last season, both of them were dismissed before you hit the 20-game mark.
And Edmonton goes on to go to the...
They made a run. Stanley Cup final.
Well, that's not great. But you know what, though? That's it. That's kind of like the Browns and Ken
I'll tell you what, with Edmonton and Woodcroft, his first year, they lost in the conference finals. In his second year, they lost in the second round of the Golden Knights. So he made the playoffs in 2 of his 3 seasons. Obviously, the third season, he didn't make it 20 games. He didn't make it 15 games.
So he knows how to get them to at least the playoffs.
I mean, so does Eveson. Eveson in what would have been 5.5 seasons, 5 and change seasons with the Wild, lost in the qualifying round. So that like play-in thingy that the Blue Jackets beat the Maple Leafs in. Mm-hmm. And then they were both second round, first round exits for the Minnesota Wild. So it's playoff experience for both of them, NHL experience for both of them.
Which one of them, the Oilers or the Wild, is more similar roster-wise?
Wild.
That's what
Oilers had Connor McDavid.
That's what I thought. I figured that.
But it's still, with when he was with Minnesota, so he had been hired in 2019 with Minnesota, there's still a far cry. And he was, I guess, not hired... He coached 12 games for the Wild in 2019 and 2020, that weird COVID year that feels like a damn decade ago. So again, not knowing as much as I probably should about Eveson, it feels like he would have had the most similar situation to what he would be dealing with in Columbus. But even still, that Wild team was prepared to make a playoff push. This Columbus Blue Jackets squad is not that.
No, we got a couple years.
But does Don Waddell think that? Or is Don Waddell even prepared to be patient for that? I don't know. Because all we've heard from him is that he's just getting to know people.
Well, my thing about Don is he has no choice but to believe. Reality kicks in, you know. You're going to go out there, you're going to do it. At the end of the day, your job is to get the right people in the building to help this team ultimately reach a goal. And what you'll find out is Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what you're going to find out when you're going to see how bad this thing really is. And you're going to see that there's no one. It's not like you could just get one thing and insert it and it's going to make everything just 100% better. That's not the case. This is one of those things that it's going to take some time to build it, to get it where you want it, whether that comes from development of players, getting the right coaching staff in there, or getting the right players.
It's got to be a mix of all of it.
It is, obviously. I mean, because this is a team that's been at the bottom of the barrel since, 2019, 2020?
2021, 2022.
Yeah. So you got to be patient. You just got to be patient. You got to get the right people that's getting the right foundation, because that's what it's about. You got to tear the foundation because it was terrible what it was. You got to get a more solid foundation, then you build and add on top of that. And as that happens, now your young guys that you drafted or you're depending on gets better and better and better. In about 2 to 3 years from now you're ready to make that jump.
So what you're saying, I think, is the truth. But is that Don Waddell's truth? Because I think when you would pose to him, it was terrible last year. I would agree with you. I don't know if Don Waddell would.
He ain't got no choice.
Well, he might think he does. And again, we're talking in what reality is, and then because again, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what his plan is for this. I thought it was very ambitious that they didn't have. That he doesn't have a general manager. I think it's very ambitious that they went into the draft without a couple of head coaching candidates. They had a dozen that they were going to talk with. I think it's still ambitious. We get near the end of July without a head coaching candidate.
I mean, they're not in a rush because they're the only teams that got it open. And so.
Okay. Fine. I thought it would have behooved them to kind of get in.
When does camp start?
To not be the last. I have to look that up. To not be the last team without a head coach.
It's got to be like October, right?
It sounds right. I'll have to look that up in the break. But I say all of that to say, Aaron Portzline covers the Blue Jackets for The Athletic. Now, when he reports something, it's as if it's going to happen. So Porty, this was yesterday afternoon, responded to a question on X. At what point is it fair to view the lack of a coach as problematic? He says August 1st. Aaron Portzline does in response to this question on X.
So they're gonna sign him 31st of July.
So maybe on the 1st, you hear news. On the 2nd, there's an announcement. So the Saturday, we're doing camp at Ohio State. We're doing the Sports Spectacular live at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. We're also talking the Blue Jackets have a new head coach. Dean Eveson or Jay Woodcroft. Likely one of those two. Now, it could be a late hour. Oh, my God, that's Todd McClellan's music. I doubt it at this point.
So they better get somebody in there to build relationships and establish stuff. So July 31st, book it.
July 31st now. Again, I'd still say into August. All right, so. Oh, yeah, okay. So my reading's not great, obviously, while I'm speaking. Blue Jackets begin the season in September, training camp. So, you got time, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will.
I won't hold my breath.
Yes, we will. So, what did you said? July 31st?
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
All right. I'll go August 2nd, that Friday, and then maybe we can break into Ohio State stuff at camp with the Blue Jackets have a brand.
I just want one of these trophies.
Which you want? Oh, you want the Employee of the Month one? I'd prefer. I mean, a Stanley Cup would be where I thought you were going to go there. Nobody can see you doing that. It's radio.
Did you give a speech when you accepted?
I'll give the speech next. It's Sports Saturday on The Fan.
The Fan is live and local with Morning Juice, Caffeinate, and Dominate.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tired of rising food prices? Start saving with deals for days at Giant Eagle and Market District. Enjoy low prices on more than 1,000 of your go-to grocery items store-wide. Dive into deals for a limited time at your local Giant Eagle and Market District.
Next. The last thing you want to do is take another trip to the doctor's office.
And sign here and here and here.
Save yourself the hassle by visiting VeriHeal.com to talk to a state-licensed medical provider about medical cannabis. You'll see if you pre-qualify in just a few minutes. Simple as that. That'll make your day go from this to this. Visit VeriHeal.com. VERIHEAL. VeriHeal.com.
Billiards Plus has everything for the master griller in your house. Come to their showroom, open the lid, and feel the difference in their grills. Professional top quality equipment at great prices with a huge selection ready to go home with you. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
The Buckeyes are starting fall camp and we're tagging along. The Fan is broadcasting live August 1st through the 4th at Ohio State football practice. Morning Juice and Bishop and Friends Thursday and Friday, plus live weekend programming. Let's go.
We're dealing at Reichert Nissan. Hundreds of Nissans in stock, on the ground, and priced to sell fast. Low lease payments on brand new Reichert Nissan Sentras, only $229 a month. Now we're really dealing. With our best value guarantee and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com. We're dealing.
With approved credit, 2024 Sentra SR FWD 24-month lease with 3,000 due at signing and 73124.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause we
have 7.
And here's our number 7.
Sunny Street Cafe. Food that makes your day better. In a place that makes you feel comfortable.
With 8 locations.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
Excuse me, waiter. There's a hair in my soup. A long purple hair.
I'm so sorry. I'll get the manager.
I'm the manager. How can I help?
Wait, weren't you the Plum Insurance mascot?
I gave it away, my long purple fur.
Something like that.
What if all insurance companies were like NJM and were known for putting their policyholders first, not gimmicks? Then all those insurance mascots would have to get real jobs.
I'll pass on dessert.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Come play Skyline 75th Coney Hunt game. Use your phone to search for virtual conies, tap to collect coins, and redeem them for exclusive Skyline merchandise at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Details at skylinechili.com/Coney Hunt.
Attention, boating enthusiasts. Bennington Factory demonstration models are at Buckeye Lake Marina. These exclusive demo units are loaded with the features built to dazzle at shows and exhibits. And guess what? They're all brand new with a full warranty. Some have never even touched the water. Hold on to your mooring ropes because we're offering dock-shaking discounts up to $40,000 only at Buckeye Lake Marina. These deals are hotter than the summer sun and won't last long. Visit Buckeye Lake Marina and make your dream boat a reality today. BuckeyeLakeMarina.com, where your adventure begins.
Sports talk, weekend style. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
All right, so because reading's difficult, I had to do it a couple times. The Blue Jackets will begin their 23rd National Hockey League season with training camp on Wednesday, September 20th. The regular season begins for them on Thursday, October 10th at the Minnesota Wild.
You had to keep reading that.
Well, I had to read it a couple times because I thought it said Wednesday, October 20th. I'm like, no, the season begins then. And then I thought September, and I read September, but my mind processed July. I'm like, well, that's not also right.
This is a you problem.
It is absolutely a me problem, but I'm just trying to explain to you why I just had several brain farts there. But
I walk away for a couple minutes. And
the currently coachless Blue Jackets will try to embark on the 23rd campaign in franchise history on Wednesday, September 20th.
Just want to see Ohio teams do well.
Yeah, as do I. Again, Aaron Portzline says it will be time to panic on August 1st. I guess time to be time to fret on August 1st if they do not have a coach.
See, that's one thing that I never did. I don't.
You don't fret. You fret not.
Yeah.
All the time.
I don't fret. My wife be panicking about stuff. I'll be like, just relax.
The calm, cool, collected
just relax. We good. We'll figure this out.
I'm usually in that boat, except when I have a brain fart while I am doing the radio program. Then there's a little fretting. I don't fret behind the scenes, as I, Eric Reiser, am the July Employee of the Month here at Tegna.
You felt this
award I had no idea I was going to get. Thank you. Nor do I necessarily think I am the Employee of the Month here.
But they gave it.
As long as Tyvis Powell and Ryan Baker work here. Now, I have tried to vote for both of you on occasions, and I've been told no, they cannot. They are not eligible, which I disagree with. But there are many things at many jobs when you work for large corporations. Tyvis, as you working for one of the largest corporations in America, understand there are things you just don't love. But you love the job.
What about working for?
The National Football League. Pretty big corporation.
I guess I am an employee, huh?
Yes, you are. And I would even say at Ohio State.
I wouldn't consider myself an Ohio State employee.
When you were a player?
Oh, yeah.
Report here at a certain time, do a certain task. If you do not compete, we will find somebody else and put you on your ass.
I just hope they keep me in the... They allow me to get some of that money because my last game.
You were a student athlete on January 1st, 2016.
I feel like it's
so you might be due some of that sweet, sweet settlement money from the NCAA.
That $20 that they're giving everybody.
I had brought the award for Employee of the Month in June of 2024. I brought the physical award into the studio because I knew, as sure as you and I were sitting here, my work ethic was going to be called into question as I had the audacity, the temerity, the sheer unmitigated gall to take a vacation the first week in July to celebrate my 34th birthday.
Well, see, my thing
the woman I love in a region of the country that I had never been to. Wine country in Oregon.
How was it?
Incredible.
Would you go
would
back?
recommend it 10 out of 10.
You go back.
I would in a heartbeat.
Would you move there?
I would after a broadcasting career has wrapped up.
Say you hit the lotto for
I'm gone. Yeah, I'm there. I'm in wine country.
Okay.
I'm living in the hills.
If I hit the lotto,
I am so envious of Buckeye fans who get to go out to Oregon for that game against the Ducks on October 12th.
If I hit the lotto, Eric, I would live right here in Columbus, Ohio.
I'm sure you would.
I would.
Okay.
The lieutenant is not leaving.
Believe you.
The lieutenant's not leaving.
Well,
I'm just telling you.
because the lieutenant's operating from a space of not having won the lottery yet. When you get that kind of money, everything changes. Don't tell me it wouldn't.
You know what? I don't think it'll change.
Okay, you don't think?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't change for me. It would change for the people around me.
Let me give my acceptance speech.
Let's hear it.
For Employee of the Month, June 2024. And I'm looking into the camera if you can't see it. As you're driving on YouTube. I deserve this. I'm the hardest worker here. The rest of you can go to hell. When you win Employee of the Month, Nate and Tyvis, then you can do some similar spiel. I didn't have to stump for this. I didn't have to send an email. I didn't have to ask for this, but I damn sure earned it because of me and only me.
Selfish.
Yep. Well,
you know what I would
ball
say?
didn't spike itself.
Let me see that. Let me tell you.
Nope, can't have my award. You got to win your own. I don't ask you for your gold pants, do I?
Yes.
I don't. I've never asked you to hold those things. Why? Because I didn't earn them.
It's around my neck, so.
For those of you who cannot see into here, because this is an audio medium, Tyvis is currently spelling his name in block letters on a piece of paper. Am I boring you, sir?
No, I do this every.
Why are you doing that?
I do this every show.
Can you hold that up to the camera so at least we can get some evidence of Tyvis Powell being a child?
Well, the thing is, so I did this. This is recent, okay? But I also
gorgeous.
I also did
You're
this.
doodling during the show.
I actually also did this because when we were talking about top colleges, I said I would do 25.
Oh, you're doing your Tyvis Powell College Football Super Conference.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out who the other 5 would be.
Figure out the 5 real quick. Todd chimes in on the YouTube chat. Why doesn't Tyvis ever get a day off? Because he chooses not to take them. Because he's a psychopath.
That's not true. I get Sunday off.
If you didn't, though.
Oh, I'd work it, yeah.
You don't know. You've worked Sundays.
I have worked.
You worked last Sunday.
Did I work last Sunday?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
I think.
No.
Or 2 Sundays ago.
I had to fill in for DeVere at some point.
There was a Saturday spectacular, and then you went into the Sunday extravaganza.
Yes. Why does the Tigers get a day off? Because you know why?
Any day you wish you could take off.
You know why? Because other people take days off. Therefore, it leaves a void somewhere, and I will fill that void for them to keep things moving. I like to keep this company moving.
Yes, where would we be without you?
I'm a company man.
We would be sunk.
I'm a company man.
Truly our most valuable player.
Let's see. I put Louisville.
You have spent the entirety of the program doodling and figuring out a college football super conference. Give me teams 1 through 10, because you wrote down 25.
I got 21, actually.
Okay.
Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, Wolverines, Ole Miss, Oregon. These is not in order. I just put them.
No, you said 25 teams, and you just started writing them.
Ole Miss, Oregon, USC, Texas, Florida State, Texas A&M. That's 10. Then I went Clemson, Miami, Florida, LSU, Tennessee, Penn State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Iowa, Louisville. That's where I'm at currently. And I'm thinking about Missouri.
You're thinking about Missouri.
Yeah. But see, like,
would there be a carryover to college basketball, or this is just college football?
This is just football.
Okay.
It's just football. And that's why I'm having a dilemma.
Why Louisville?
Because Louisville, not only, first of all, they have some good seasons, but they also produce good NFL talent, a la Lamar Jackson.
Sure.
A la Jair Alexander. Like, they produce good talent. So I'm looking at it from a football standpoint overall. Like, what guys from what schools?
Because all of those
go produce
would have to be a NFL producer.
Yes.
Consistent winner on the field.
Yes.
A serious name, image, and likeness collective backing organization.
Yes.
Positive portal. They have to be a positive positive portal perception.
Yeah, if you transfer, kids that hit transfer portal would transfer to any one of these.
And a national brand, or at least a regional brand.
Yes.
I'm not sure Louisville checks all 5 of those boxes, but this is yours. So I respect that.
I'm struggling here.
Let's take some time in the break. We'll see if we can figure out the last 4 college football teams in Tyvis' Super Conference next. It's Sports Saturday on The Fan.
We're the girthiest radio station in the history of radio. Uncomfortably girthy. This promo is uncomfortable. The Fan, Ohio's girth destination.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman. Join me at Rally House in Reynoldsburg this Sunday from 10 to noon. Meet former crew player Alejandro Moreno from 1 to 2. It's all Sunday at Rally House in the shops at East Broad in Reynoldsburg. Show your colors at Rally House. See you Sunday.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
When we were new, they spoiled me. They even gave me a phone. But then, it's like I didn't exist.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless carrier. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Just bring your number and ID and sign up for an eligible plan. After 12 months, trade in and get our best deals on select devices.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes great pride in providing great customer experience and quality product to every job they do. From the first phone call to the end of your project, they'll know who you are. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
At United Dairy Farmers, Peach is our most popular ice cream. Although it's only here for a short time, we sell more of it than any other flavor. And once you taste it, you'll know why it wins the popularity contest. We make it from scratch by mixing in the juice from our hand-selected peaches and big chunks of fruit. That's what gives it that unique peachier flavor. And that might also explain why peach season at UDF doesn't last long. UDF Peach Ice Cream, made for you.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. It's time to strike. 0% APR up to 36 months on all new 24 Accords, 25 Civics and Honda Pilots, and CRVs. How about a 24 Passport or a Honda Prelude, even a 24 Ridgeline? Rich is throwing it out at 0% APR up to 36 months. Only from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. They're on Sawmill Parkway, just south of 270, with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Find so many great deals with one stop at Meijer. Like this Friday and Saturday only. Get a $10 coupon when you spend $75 or more in store. Coupon printed at checkout. Start redeeming next week. Plus, this week's hottest deals on Southern Peaches for 99 cents per pound. Fresh from Meijer Family Pack chicken breasts for $2.29 per pound. And select Meijer cheese 3 for $5. Meijer has all you need in just one stop. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in store or in the Meijer app.
Get everything for your next project at Menards and save big money. We carry everything to help you breathe easier. DuPont air filters help prevent seasonal allergy symptoms and improve your indoor air quality by capturing microparticles while allowing maximum airflow. Save big on DuPont air filters when you shop at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is your exclusive in-person advance sale ticket outlet for the 2024 Ohio State Fair. Discount admission tickets are $8 at participating stores. Enjoy food, entertainment, animals, rides, and so much more at the Ohio State Fair, July 24th through August 4th. Get advance sale tickets now through Tuesday, July 23rd. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We know your golf game is ugly, but your course doesn't have to be. Experience the natural beauty of Delaware Golf Club today. Delaware Golf Club is now open to the public and only 10 miles up the road from 270. For the best rates, book your tee time online at DelawareGolfClub.com.
If you're listening to this and you're not already keeping it easy in your backyard with a Bud Light, well, consider this message a gentle reminder. Your backyard is waiting, and so is that Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Want to know anything about the fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
During weekend programming, pants are optional.
Look at my butt!
However, leather chairs may have been a bad choice. You're listening to Fan Sports Saturday.
Yeah, pants are optional. Listening's optional. Apparently paying attention's optional. As Tyvis Powell throughout the program just been doodling to my right.
But you never knew because I was locked in. You know, I'm the king of multitasking. I didn't realize.
You've said that so many times.
I didn't realize how difficult it is to multitask until I was driving home yesterday.
What were you trying to do?
Well, somebody was driving, but they were on the phone, but it was affecting the way that they were driving. And
yes.
I'm like, how is it that's
you should not be doing that?
How can that?
That's why it's illegal to do that.
But I'm saying, how could that be affecting you from driving?
Because your focus is on who you're talking to and what you're doing.
Well,
it's wrong. I agree with you. If you're doing that now, put the cookie down.
You can't do both?
No, you shouldn't do both.
Yeah.
Save the damn call. Columbus drivers are already the worst. You don't need to add distractions like cell phones to it.
Well, usually nowadays, it's not like you have the phone.
Use the Bluetooth and you can talk.
Yeah.
There are but some people still will hold the phone up to their ear.
Well, that's
stupid.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So at the beginning of the program, we had discussed the idea that in 10 years, there's likely going to be a reorganization of college football. It's likely going to privatize itself, pull away from anything to do with the NCAA, anything to do with Title IX, and have maybe 30 schools, maybe 25 schools that will be involved in the super conference, and then those will be broken up geographically. Tyvis Powell has come up with 21 schools.
20, because you said
20.
Louisville is just.
I disagreed with your inclusion of Louisville.
Okay, well, we'll question mark this.
But I absolutely think SMU has the potential in the next couple of years, now that everything they were accused and given the death penalty for is now legal. You can pay. I mean, they're joining the ACC and not getting any television money. They're just paying it themselves because they've got enough oil money and rich boosters that they can do that. And so I think you're going to see SMU wins the ACC. They're in the college football playoff as a first-round bye. And you look at the ACC this year and you go, it's not completely outside the realm of possibility.
Florida State, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Miami.
You say Pittsburgh?
Isn't Pittsburgh in there?
They're in the ACC. Are you just listing ACC teams?
I'm just listing the top ones.
I thought you were. Oh, well, Pittsburgh's not. It's Florida State, Clemson, maybe Miami.
Well, they got Cam Ward.
They did. So, look, the U's not. The U might be back.
They got the boosters.
Well, they do. They have. There's
place
support.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Within the next 10 to 15 years, I would not be surprised if Miami wins it all because I feel I think that's like they have enough.
That's not a hot take
to where they'll be like, listen, we want the U to be back, and we will. They're gonna do what's happening at Oregon right now. Whatever it takes.
I don't think anybody. I'll meet you. Halfway there, because I don't think anybody has exactly the power to do what Oregon does. Like even Kirby Smart was whining about it earlier this week at SEC Media Days, where, it'd sure be nice to have a booster like Phil Knight. Yeah, it would. There's only one.
You don't think Lex Wexner would do something?
No. I don't think he has the financial.
Get the Rock for the U.
I mean, I don't
think
the Rock.
The Rock could.
He played there.
Yeah.
He's their most famous alum.
Yeah, probably. Get Uncle Luke back down there.
Only Phil Knight has the power to do for any school what he's done for Oregon. There was T. Boone Pickens at Oklahoma State, but he has since deceased.
You don't think Michael Jordan could do that for North Carolina?
I don't think he would do it for North Carolina. And I'm not sure he could do it the level that Phil Knight's doing it.
It does, whatever it takes.
Phil Knight wants an Oregon Duck national championship before he croaks.
Well, I hate to say it.
Should have said before he quacks.
I hate to say it. He's in a tough conference.
He's in a tough conference, but they're in a pretty good spot.
They are in a good spot.
I've got two teams that can win the Big Ten this year, Ohio State and Oregon. Everybody else wishes they could win the Big Ten.
You counting the team up north? Right?
I'm not counting. The team up north is a team that wishes they could win the Big Ten this year.
You don't think they can?
No. I think they can compete. I think they're on the same level as Penn State. We will not win the Big Ten. We'll be scrappy through the season. We will love to make the college football playoff.
I actually can't wait to see how those two programs fare out.
You're going to get an early taste of how Michigan's going to look. I think they got Texas week 2. Yeah, that's in the big house. We will see.
If they beat Texas.
This is one of the best defenses in the country the Maize and Blue offer.
If they beat Texas.
Yeah, big if.
I'm just saying. That's
If
impressive.
they beat Texas, you will sell me. Then I could say that's a Michigan team that can win the Big Ten.
Texas is
right now
replacing receivers.
But they picked up
Isaiah Bond.
Yep. They got another guy, I think, from Houston out of the transfer portal.
I'm not familiar with his game.
And they've got a quarterback that's played everywhere.
Quinn Ewers.
Well, I was thinking Dylan Gabriel.
That's Oregon.
He's Oregon's quarterback. I know. Again, brain farting. Apologies. So.
It's a tall task.
It is.
They got to control the clock. They got to run the ball and waste the clock.
They just got to frustrate Quinn Ewers the way they were able to frustrate everybody this past season. And that's doable with the front that they have.
They have a nice...
I just don't know if they can put it together the way they could offensively last year. Because, boy, J.J. McCarthy, was he magical.
He did some...
In moments where you needed a play from your quarterback, he made that. You don't
think Alex Orji can do that?
Again, I am also unfamiliar with his game.
Me too.
So we don't know. They're in just as big of a quarterback question as Ohio State.
I know he can run. He's a runner.
Okay. Great. Will Howard's a runner. Devin Brown's a runner. But these are just questions until they become answers. And we are...
Well, Penn State needs a receiver.
A little over a month.
We have Julian Fleming has a chance to...
Penn State needs a quarterback, in my opinion.
I'm not a big Drew Aller
I'm not
fan
either. But I'm also not a... James Franklin can do anything positive with a quarterback that can't run all around all over the place. Drew Aller's a pocket passer.
I just don't see it.
Drew Aller's got, I think, potential if he had a better coach.
I don't see it.
Okay, well, what you will be able to hear coming up next is the Cotton Bowl from 2017. Timmy Hall will bring you Buckeye Replay, Ohio State and USC. Then tonight at 6 o'clock, Timmy Hall, Dane Sanzenbacher, the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Classic. Tyvis Powell, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Knowing that you survived the hot dog challenge with Timmy yesterday. See if you can hit a home run and not strike out more than once later tonight on The Fan.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items.
Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Oh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pac Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pac Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
Friday, July 26th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 26th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. We'll see you there.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Jerry.
remember when we first met?
I was just starting Eco Plumbers and looking for a silent partner.
And I had just invented sneakers with lights in them and was looking for somewhere to invest my fortune.
I didn't even think inventor was an actual job.
I didn't think plumbers started companies.
Get Eco.
ECO. As I recall, you thought the name Eco was a pretty good idea.
As a full-time inventor, Aaron, it's just that kind of creative thinking that caught my attention. Simple, memorable, singable.
Get Eco.
ECO. And it reminds homeowners that modern plumbing can make economical sense and ecological sense at the same time. Waste less water and save money on your utility bills.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Instead of just sitting here raking in royalties after inventing that little plastic hanger that socks come on, I might as well be a silent partner in a company that's doing good.
You're not all that silent as silent partners go.
But I am charming, Aaron.
Get Eco.
ECO. GetEco.com.
Welcome to the plus side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Anthony here, and over the years, I've tried to stay in the fight, keep playing, but every now and then, something gets me. Shoulder pain, a knee tweak, a recent bout of golfer's elbow. When the weekend warrior injuries happen, the first call I make is to the specialists at Orthopedic One. I don't mess around. I want the #1 ranked place for orthopedics in Ohio. They've earned the right to be called Central Ohio's most trusted team of orthopedic experts. Get started at orthopedic1.com. No referral needed, but if you want one, I got